Fuck. The fuck did you just do? For fuck's sake, man. Everything's just doing this right now. All right. That took 33 minutes to get online. I don't know. I did that like 10 fucking times. So I just got this today. It's a 2019. Where's my mug? It's a 2019 D-Day tuning. You can't have it. Alright, I'm going to roll a joint. Yeah, that bread, man. See, that pigeon, man. Fuck it. They don't know we exist. Alright, what the fuck is that? I got 5 cents. Where that come from? More sugar than rich. No face mask on. We'll need that later sometime. Yeah, fuck it, I'll do that in a second. The Boy Scout is always prepared. Yeah, I know I was supposed to be ready to start talking already. I know. Hold on, let's set this one. Oh, there we go.
tell them what I do to get my fucking cash on, mash on, black market low, get your pants on, fast on my feet, no feds, no chases, no lead, no cases, no blood, no cases, no dead, no traces. You don't wanna try me, no patience, no patience. Headed to the eye, see you ready to die. See man's gonna identify the holes in the eye, but I find a way to get inside. I don't play so weak enough, breaks the skin. You can pray your fucking day, but it ain't no way you make it in. Take away your faith to friends, family, and what's left with unknown assailants. Lacing the slum steps, I ain't a suspect. I ain't only this, I'm a no-face killer. They don't know I exist. I got my line of implications, situation gets thrown.
Number 19 carry up dog and point it at your fucking point it at fuck. You're gonna let them all, you're gonna fall off the face, you're gonna water, keep the basis, and face the charges. Fuck.
Bringing pain from every angle, leaving veins cut tangled, leave a stench on my ankles in the back of my side of the house. Don't even got a balance, got my clear up all the counts pronounced dead on the scene. The scene is clean and safe, red. All the tackle weapons, the police ain't even seen yet. Now who's next to die? The next be rested by the killer, leave no witness, so nobody can testify. Never arrested by no problem.
On my company.
Spend the game and spend no break. I get no way to survival. I know you ain't gonna try, though. Can't reason with the cycle. My pose, my pose, and my pose when the not so. In my dough, when I roll with gas, to leave you every bitch. Every clip is making to report you every bitch. Born to scary tricks, born to get toe tags, born to nickel back out after back up with the phone. I got my nine of them, but they just situation gets through. And my gas back, all the jacks once it gets through. Cause my heart, want to tackle with my motherfucking nose.
There's black people here, it's not mine. Wait till you getting dog. Oh, come on. And get this done within 8 minutes. Let's see. That's how all those crystals get in that little rig, bro. Oh, incredible, bro. Almost.
I'm a ride, till they bury me. All that talking on your breath ain't scaring me. You keep on pushing me, it's like you tearing me. Like I won't pop, 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 pop. Leave them there to play. Ride, till they bury me. All that talking on your breath ain't scaring me. You keep on pushing me, it's like you tearing me. Like I won't pop, 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 pop. Leave them there to play.
Used to skip class to make cash. It's no wonder I never passed. Teacher always talking about something I don't really care
That's
about.
all right, I can
See
take that
what
already.
I've done here, gotta go home. And sometimes home ain't the place you wanna go. When the crowd room, I feel alone. He wants his mother to be and die in his arms. And then they wonder why he acts so the causes all this harm. It was even written against me back then. I was never supposed to be shit. Listen to be locked up or dead. Tell me how am I alive?
If you're aiming at my head,
Get the fuck out of here. Y'all ain't killing shit. I was born for a greater purpose. Because of that, I know I make you nervous. Careful, there's a demon lurking underneath the surface. I do this in the memory of my dog dead and deceased. Every scar, every tattoo, he's home to me. Yeah.
I'm a ride, till they bury me. All that talking on your breath ain't scaring me. You keep on pushing me, it's like you tearing me. Like I won't pop, 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 pop. Leave them there to play. Ride, till they bury me. All that talking on your breath ain't scaring me. You keep on pushing me, it's like you tearing me. Like I won't pop, 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 pop. Leave them there to play.
Ain't no one stop this shit. 2014. Tell you that right now. 2014. Can't fuck with this shit. Can't fuck with this. I ain't getting bail, so I run till they catch me. I ain't scared of y'all, so you gon' have to dead me before I ever stop. I'm a giant in the fast lane. Get your toes the fuck out the way, cause this year I'm stomping on everything. Took the cocaine and that, way less till I'm on triple back. Fuckin' with you nigga playing boy. Got killers across the country, just waiting for the order. Got the product from across the border.
Well, that's
Guns
not
on
supposed to come
layaway,
out.
mine on standby. Send my condolences, yeah. Heard your man died. Got that good, if you trying to get high. Just follow my lead and you gon' be fine. Yeah, I came from a place first easy to lose faith. Had to learn the hard way, the only way, all day long. Had to earn these scores just to write this song. I worked for the great nigga once the music stopped. No time to wish upon a star. Maybe one of my enemies feel a break today. Thinking of buck coming on, survival at no cost. Whatever it takes, I zero limit my state. No room for error, no room for mistakes.
I'm a ride, till they bury me. All that talking on your breath ain't scaring me. You keep on pushing me, it's like you tearing me. Like I won't pop, 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 pop. Leave them there to play. Ride, till they bury me. All that talking on your breath ain't scaring me. You keep on pushing me, it's like you tearing me.
Get a
Like
pizza.
I won't pop, 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 pop. Leave them there to play.
The one packet of the whole fucking bunch that won't fucking liquor. What the fuck is going on here?
Come on. All my gang like soldiers. Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
One thing after another.
Yeah, like this bow from the hood where we can't afford to buy a vow. Got no time to learn how to spell. Selling drugs, only thing we really good at, only thing in which we excel. I just swallowed a handful of rocks, now I'm sick as fuck. But at least I ain't in jail. Lord knows this time my man gon' post no bail. Got a chest full of sins, guaranteed to go to hell. Lost my soul somewhere down the line. Fucking ain't worth the time trying to find. This shit got me feeling bulletproof. The little voice in my head like, yeah, for sure. You wanna block with me, you better tie your shoes. Where I'm from, there ain't no fucking rules. Split throat, taking cruise. In the hood, they still dying. Crack dealers still supplying. And then you can still hear the sound. Babies are crying and daddies can't be there. The boys them locked up before they was born. Never even held their own child in their arms. It's sad to see our seeds reinvent the definition of coming apart. Cause we wonder where the fuck is gone. I forgot to forget. And still I remember like today was yesterday. Sipping blood, mixing dollars, ain't this me and Mary J. Singing it gon' be okay. It gon' be okay. Yeah, it gon' be alright. Who said you need eyes to drive? Or you drunk too hard? Or give a fuck about anything? You should shut your damn mouth. Cause you can't tell me anything. Give you what you want, help to bang your girlfriend. Know where I let myself out, just like I let myself in. Mainly all my exes in therapy.
come to the conclusion that there's definitely something wrong with me.
God bless the child, he can hold his own. Hit the block and make 100, grab the mobile phone. Another broken stone, better leave him alone. You wanna know how you feel the finger up like fuck the world, and I ain't stop until I'm gone. My heart full of hate, wish it was just God. Got blood in my eyes, and you fucking up my heart. When it's my turn to go, I know my soul gon' fry. Know my soul gon' fry. Know my soul gon' fry. Yeah. Meet me on 6
Around 6 on the 6th.
Got a bone to pick.
Every thought in my dome is sick.
Cocky even after how many bullets really miss. Praise be to Allah, my enemy can't hate they target. Cause I got a son and 3 daughters. Yeah, cause I got a son and 3 daughters. Nah, I ain't wanna do it, I gotta do it. Wish you could look inside my mind and see what I can do it. Once again, I let it G up to no good. Since I was a little hood, breaking windows in the hood. All grown now, but I wish a motherfucker would. Cause I just wanna hit something till it bleeds. Put pressure on its lungs till it struggles to breathe. They say he's the cousin of death, so I avoid sleep. You poor great bitch, I told you I ain't wanna hear a beat. So you feel the earth to scream. Now I gotta get you and take your hands and feet. I ain't come to hurt nobody, I just want the money. I'm trying to fill hungry tummies. What's the rest do? I truly don't see no other way. Guess I'll be a gangster to the grave. That's okay. Yeah, I tried to kill myself, it didn't work. Hold the ticket, but only
The guy spit the bullet out.
You can tell there's something not quite right with me. That's why I keep a weapon right here with me. Yeah, the boys get the winning. It's the whole world versus me. They all out to get me, especially my homies. It's like I'm driving blindfolded, don't know where I'm going. Next chop could be the devil's spot.
It could be the reefer script. Either way, I don't give a shit. Since I was innocent.
Yeah, he knew where he wanted to be, but after he made his first 80 G's, you wanna take something from him? You want to pull and squeeze. Learn from the OGs, took out to the top dogs, like with the shoes on, but I'm safe, cause ain't no priest that gon' save me. Trust me, you can get it all in the heartbeat. I'll be riding for my head along like lights for a lost thing. Victim of a boy's dream, be like poison running through his veins. Stay safe, things forever change. Now that once he was lost, don't recognize his face. It's funny how it happens, but it ain't laughing. Truth is, it's hard full of sadness. I say murder on the beat, motherfucker. I dare motherfucker try to talk my shit. Ain't nobody on my level. Get the fuck out of here. That's that real shit, G-Law. Yeah. What up? It's drama. I'm power tripping with money popping my collar on that hood shit. Fresh out of jail, straight to the dollars. Got a good connect, he never X. I wanna try to get the block and watch the money rise. Bread in the oven, pockets full of stuffing. Never catch me clubbing, but I ain't show the money. Then the hoes come running. Wake up, get the paper like the free press coming. But enough about that. Hold up, let me spit a rap. These assholes back with a crack flow. Cops in the front, and I'm dipping through the back door. Frostbite on my toes.
I'm almost lost though.
Running through the snow in my socks, trying to dodge fall. My jail days was the worst days. Sipping water, damn juice when you thirsty. Real top is 3.5 for them. That's 1,276 mornings when my baby mama was out home and telling me stories. They like who your baby daddy is. Better call Maury. Used to roll up at your mama's with a bag full of Tonys and a pocket full of money. Not the kind that she would loan me now. Sickest kid rapping still. Like someone called a doctor cause the rap is ill. Here, take another pill. Fake rappers acting still. I've been on my A game. Shit never lacked the skill. Real top. Yeah. That's that gang like shit. Yeah. Homeboy. Yeah. I'm from the same side where they might walk up and they might drive by. Yeah, I'm staying high, cause today I might die. My homie doing robberies, trying to feed his kids. A shot now, he don't do shit. I live in a cold moment. Fuck yesterday, tomorrow, bring it some pain.
Who the fuck are you?
violator. When I seen this PO with his eyes dilated, they locked him up quicker than the secret say, see you later, alligator. Crowd surfing on the back of haters. Tomorrow never comes, tonight is all that matters. I'm staying faded, cause I don't like who I am when I'm sober. Staring in the mirror like, behold, the demon that holds you.
1, 2. Come on. I'll just turn it down, man. I know you people want to fuck with every electronic device I have. I know you've been doing it 20 years. I've been dealing with phone taps and shit like that for 20 fucking years. And what'd you get? I'll throw it in the damn toilet tank. I don't give a fuck. I'll get back to that in a second when it starts working again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus 1. That's fucked up.
Between the Stars and the Flames, early puck drop in Vegas.
Fucking kidding
Golden
me.
Knights and Blackhawks
Right in time for the
scoreless.
sport.
Overtime between the Flyers and Capitals right now. In fact, they're headed to a shootout.
Yeah, I'm headed to a shootout too, buddy. Let's you just keep talking at this. Can I turn it off? Like, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, okay. This one will work. Or not. Whatever. Fuck. Fucking. Well, I tried twice to get the news. I tried about 8 times to get online here. I'm gonna finish that spliff, and if everything doesn't start working by then, I'm not gonna give a fuck. Ontario Catholic teachers something. Vote 97% for strike, but talks continue. Okay. Oh. You know, people say some shit like blah, 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 got hit by a Mack truck. Swear to God, somebody just got hit by a cement truck. Oh dear. City crews testing new snow removal equipment. No, don't do that at the beginning of the season, you morons. Do that in February when it doesn't fucking matter. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? They do this every goddamn year. They bring, oh, we're going to try a new way to get rid of the snow. What's wrong with a snowplow? Okay. The fuck? Come on, man. You at least try to make it look like it's my fault, because every time this happens, it is so painfully obvious. We'll get back to all that fucking reading and stuff.
Gang life practice. Gang life practice. I'm on this back. I'm driving my motivation, no tolerance for the sort of patience. Skip gold and I collect money. That's the shit that got me dreaming robberies. When Pops left, it was the Pop that fathered me. Got a problem, load the weapon, that's how you saw me, that's what it taught to me. And it's how your face don't bother me. Put me in the direction where the bottom be. It's just how I was born to be. Some come to this world with diamonds and pearls, some come to poverty. But no one that teaches right and wrong, how could you say that we're wrong? This is all we know, so gotta be right. Or maybe it's left, but it's all we got left. Not from love until my last breath. Truly, peace and love to the ones that know me. You fuck the rest, I mean it. And she know, but if I go this door, it might be for the last time. They say the stars bring the bread, it's right before they die. That's why I tell her I love her just in case that they might need to shine. Father, forgive me for I sin, and I'm sure I probably sin again.
Fuck your
Tell me it's blood,
forgiveness.
is this on my ass? Cause I can't remember when my neck goes. I literally in the room, my thugs, on drugs,
Don't slugs, Grace bug.
Nah, you ain't one to bust. If you want it, let it be ready to kill for it. If you want it, let it be ready to kill for it. All my thugs, on drugs, dumb slugs, Grace dog. Nah, you ain't one to bust. If you want it, let it be ready to die for it. If you want it, let it be ready to die for it. That early morning hustler shit, cocaine in the pot, stirring till it's thick. Throw some ice in the mix and shock it. That's how you rock that shit. Now here comes the magic trick.
Abracadabra. Baby mama broken shit.
This the life, yeah, fuck you, pay me. I brought the
Fuck you, pay me.
I ain't playing. All the goons in this motherfucker know what I'm saying. But the streets gon' feel me. Know these cops still wanna kill me or confine me. But first you gotta find me, so come find me. You bitch ass, punk ass cops, y'all can kiss on my cock. This is something that you'll never stop. Let me bump in these tracks, even after I'm locked, even after my heart stops. I'm here to teach the next generation to say fuck the cops. Same way I was taught, yeah, same way I was taught. Yeah, fuck the cops, fuck the cops. All my thugs, on drugs, dumb slugs, great dog. Nah, you ain't one to bust. If you want
What?
to let it be ready to kill
It was
for
the cops that taught me that.
Nah,
you ain't one of those. Alright, let's hear this shit. City Cruise testing. Snooze. I want to see what the fuck this looks like. Please show me what dumbass idea you have now. We're gonna blow cold air on it, see if it melts. Alright. Oh, I'm not playing the video. Fuck off. I'll let everybody else look at it, but I'm not gonna watch that. Damn it. I have to wait for other people to tell me how stupid it is. I swear to God, people used to tell me to go and shovel snow to make money. I'm like, what fucking snow? I'm laughing about things I probably can't talk about. I can talk about whatever I want. I'm choosing to keep to myself for reasons because I know I'm going to get accused of talking about people. I know they're going to accuse me, so there's only certain things I'm saying, right? It's not my problem. Fuck, what am I doing? Do I really want that? Yes, just for the hell of it. No, fuck it. Oh, there's nothing there to burn. I don't know why everybody's flipping out about how it's snowing before winter started, because I seem to remember the snow coming every year in November and sometimes in October. I don't understand. It says it's not even winter yet, but we've already enjoyed a major snowfall. How many fucking times did they say it on the air? Hey, winter doesn't start for another however many fucking days. 5 weeks or some shit. So what? It gets cold in November. It doesn't get cold because the calendar says. These people fucking. Okay. See, before the joint, this would have pissed me off. That's why I did the music, then the joint, and then we fucking get to the fucking bullshit. Into the bottom of this shit. New snow. It's got me. It's got me. Let's just hear this. Oh fuck! I just turned the JavaScript off. Didn't I? No. Yes, I did. I should leave it for last. It's gonna bother me if I leave it for last. Let's just do this. I gotta see a picture of this shit. What is it? What is it? You're gonna recapture the heat from pig farts and dog poop. Somehow you're gonna turn dog poop into an environmentally friendly de-icer, right? Come on. You gotta tell me. You gotta tell me. Vegan dog poop. And these people are gonna come out with a new line of yoga pants for dogs with a hole in it to collect the dog poop to melt the snow. Watch. I know it. I see a snowplow. The fuck? How does this play? Are you playing?
Good evening. I'm Melissa Nakavli at the Eastern Salt Yard, where this is sure to be a pretty busy spot over the next few months. It isn't officially winter just yet, but we've already broken both cold and snow records. Environment Canada ending the extreme cold weather alert for the city of Toronto earlier this afternoon. And even so, city officials are preparing for more snow tomorrow in the coming days.
Okay, where's the new?
Right now,
what are you doing?
Now, city officials say they have their eyes on what's happening underground. Water main tend to break during the winter months. The city is spending
Okay, come on. 100 what? Million, right?
$159 million to improve the water distribution system, including replacing 40 to 55.
This is nothing. They're popping up shit. The fucking controls for the player don't work. I'm not even concerned about the buffering.
Of water main pipes this year and rehabilitating over 140 kilometers of.
Does that look like a video? That's not snow removal equipment, though. I want to see that. I knew. Okay, so.
Pipes. Now, the city is also launching something new called No Water Map, which will give residents access to any water service disruptions. Now, in terms of how they'll be handling the snow, they're trying out something new this year. City officials announced that they'll be testing out new sidewalk plowing equipment on sidewalks that aren't typically plowed. And while winter did begin earlier than usual, the city expects to be within budget when it comes to cleanup efforts.
Every indication is that it will be a harsh winter. It's already started in the fall.
Why do you keep scrolling the goddamn video off the screen? Fuck, that's like 4 times I said I can't see what the fuck I'm trying to watch, eh?
And of course with our subcontractors.
We manage that budget from January to December. We're still within our budget. One of the reasons why we did some snow removal last year, as you might remember, during the series of storms that we had, and we did it specifically around emergency response, was because we wanted to manage that budget for the full year.
Now, the city says about 1,500 city workers are on standby during the winter months. They say in terms of cleanup, it typically takes 14 to 16 hours after a weather event to actually get everything cleared up.
It's longer than it used to be, isn't it? I don't see nothing new. What the fuck? They just made me fucking put up with that and fucking, there's nothing new. That's not new. They fucking always had little tractors that go up and down the sidewalks. And most people are responsible for their own. It's fucking boy. I just watched one last fucking night. You went up one side and down the other on the sidewalk. What the fuck is new about that? 159 million. What? I see the words fraud and Manulife and TTC, and I'm interested. Oh, fuck, come on, man. Okay, I get it. You use JavaScript for videos. Do you have to use it for, like, the entire fucking site? It don't fucking work. I think my target audience is people that like to bitch about shit and hear people agree with them. Now I'm looking at a blank fucking page. Come on, show me. I want to fucking know. You got me with the headline, you motherfucker. Who defrauded who? Oh, shit. Manulife and TTC reached deal to settle benefits fraud case. Manulife Financial Corp says it has reached a settlement with the Toronto Transit Commission, TTC, related to the Healthy Fit benefits fraud case. Terms of the agreement were not disclosed. Following a tip, the TTC began an investigation in 2014 that found that Healthy Fit, a healthcare products and service provider, was issuing fake or inflated receipts. Employees would submit the falsified claims to Manulife, the company's insurance provider, collect the money, then share the payment with Healthy Fit. You guys are retarded, eh? Your union workers is prescriptions and insurance and shit. Like, what the fuck? Or they didn't say prescriptions. Healthcare products. I don't know what the fuck that is. Soap and water is a healthcare product, no? You guys are retarded. What you're supposed to do is offer the TTC special 10% discount, and you get the business out. You guys are fucking retarded, man. The TTC had sued Manulife, alleging the company did not have the appropriate fraud management controls in place, a claim the insurance company did not. How the fuck are they supposed to fucking know that the receipts printed off a little printer on a register? They can't fucking verify shit except that they printed it. Manulife says it continues to strengthen and invest in its fraud program, which includes proactive efforts and prevention through its trusted provider network. Quote, benefits fraud is a crime, Manulife said in a release. It has serious consequences, including criminal charges and even jail time, as seen in extreme cases like this. I didn't hear about no jail time or criminal charges. Fraudulent claims also impact the cost of providing benefits, which influences what employers can cover and can hurt employees who are truly in need. What did you idiots do with the money? You got so much money already. What the fuck did you do with the money? Like, you should be spending it on healthcare and what was the other thing? Healthcare products and service. I don't know what that means. How could you be that fucking retarded? Adam Smith, the proprietor of Healthy Fit, pleaded guilty to 2 counts of fraud over $5,000 and was sentenced to 2 years in prison in 2017. The TTC said 223 employees were dismissed or resigned or retired to avoid dismissal when the scandal broke. 10 transit employees were charged with fraud. Holy fuck, you guys are a fucking gang. 223, eh? Plus the guy, that's 224. And what? So that's about 4% of you were charged. Two years exactly? Searching back in my memory, I don't know anybody that got exactly that, but I can't think of it. But it's because if you get 2 years less a day, you do provincial time, which sucks. Apparently, the 1 day difference gets you into federal time, federal facility. And this fucking guy was probably on bail the whole time too. That's fucked up. I guess a comment must have got deleted because the reply is like an answer, less stupid ones. I know what you were saying. What? Do you know how good? Like I know some of these jobs suck, but you're getting compensated good. I don't understand why you would take the benefits and try to turn it back into money, and then you're giving money to another person. Why are you paying into insurance for somebody else to get money? The fuck's the point in that? That makes no sense to me, Brendan. I can't believe you guys are that stupid. Oh, wow. And this is me talking. If I get 2 years, I'm going to do something to get 2 years. I don't know what exactly. Like 12 counts of Grand Theft Auto, 2 years. And you're not, because you're involving so many fucking people in your fucking scam, you can't help but get caught. You guys are so fucking stupid. You were driving buses and shit? Jeez, I'm glad I don't ride the TTC every fucking day. Motherfucker. How much money could it have possibly been to be that dumb? How much did you spend on gas going to the store? Oh shit, I gotta take some off here. Okay, so they're spending $159 million on something new that they've been doing forever. They've got these skinny little tractors, I swear to God. If you ever walk up and down the streets and you see the tire tracks in the snow at each side, yeah, that's a tractor, but it's small, like goes around phone poles. Like fucking, I don't know what the fucking $159 million is for. Oh my God! So the two fucking biggest expenditures here are the fucking the city and the fucking city-run fucking transit. And fucking, they're trying to, and Doug Ford is on top of this. What I'm supposed to be worried about people stealing liquor. It's, what did they say? I think it was 0.0015 or 0.01 for like some minuscule percentage of what gets stolen out of these liquor stores. Yeah, it sucks, but you're having some societal issues here. They told their employees not to stop people. Don't get fucking physically involved because you might get fucking hurt. And they don't. And you told everybody on the news that, and they fucking. What do you expect them to do? I can't believe these people are fucking this stupid. There's other stories. I'm sure there are, but I can't stop fucking laughing at that. I noticed something with this snowplow here that the new snowplow. It's not new to plow the sidewalks. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but those tires are very small and flat, not flat, smooth. I can see from here, those are not gonna do nothing on ice and snow. I swear to God, go look it up yourself. The tractors have these big fucking knobby fucking tires, eh? Like you could go off-roading with it shit if you really wanted to. It's a tractor. It's for where there's no road, right? This looks like a fucking forklift with a snowplow on the front. But all right, we're 2 for 2. What do you have for me? 680 News, please. I'm not reading this one. It says Hamilton School Board appoints anti-bullying panel after student death. I swear to God, that's like, I'm not reading it because what are you gonna fucking tell me? You're gonna convene a panel? You're gonna fucking. There's a thing called music by committee. That's why commercial music sucks. Yeah. Don't show me videos. Your videos suck. Okay, we're 3 for 3 already. Just man rushed to hospital after being struck by a cement truck. The man got hit by a fucking Mack truck. And it doesn't say he died. A 24-year-old man has been rushed to hospital with life-threatening injuries after he was struck by a cement truck near Keel Street and Lawrence Avenue West on Wednesday morning, police say. Police say the man was crossing the road when he was struck by the truck, which was heading eastbound on Lawrence and making a turn onto Keel just before 11 a.m. Yeah, Keel's from here to Keel Street is notorious. They're in the top 10 of intersections. And if they don't make the top 10, it's only because there's a few less deaths that year. The cement truck driver remained on the scene. Well, where the fuck's he gonna go? Roads in the area have been closed to traffic for an investigation. There's no word at this point on possible charges. I don't know how you don't see a cement truck coming. I know the drivers are at fault. I don't know how you don't see a cement truck coming. I'm not saying all the truck drivers are fucked up. I'm saying when I see some of them cutting corners, like literally driving, when they come around the corner, all the way on the sidewalk, not on the curb. I mean the whole fucking sidewalk they cover. And they can't see the side of the truck to know if there's somebody standing there. I've had a TTC bus damn near fucking run me down like that. Yeah, you have to hit vehicles. It would do nothing for a cement truck, but you have to smash on the side of that thing as loud as you can, or there's no way for them to see you and shit. I can't count the number of cars I've had to fucking bang on the window, the mirror, anything. They get mad at me. I had a guy damn near cut me down with a fucking some stupid little beater. And he got so close that I just lifted my foot up, the mirror hit it, and the fucking one time in my life I broke a piece of a car. It cracked the fucking plastic holding the mirror on. And he starts following me down the middle of Dufferin Street. And I'm weaving in and out of traffic because I grew up with squeegee kids. He gets like 500 feet from his car and he thinks, oh yeah, my car is sitting in the middle of the road under a bridge with the keys in it in a fucking drug neighborhood. White boy, pussy all. No, I dressed pretty much, similar ways and looked like pretty fucking, this happened 2 minutes from my fucking house, eh? Like, if homeboy wants to come do something about it, come do something about it. I cracked the fucking plastic holding. I know though that means it's gonna leak. Eh? You're gonna have water running down the inside of the fucking door, right at the front door, right? You're gonna try and duct tape it, but it won't quite work. You're gonna try to put glue or something. I know what you're gonna do. Fucking homo. He's walking like this because he's a mesomorph, so he's fucking wider than me, right? More muscle in the arms, right? Well, I do believe I had some very sharp objects in my pockets, eh? There's sharps containers all over this neighborhood. I have access to fucking hundreds of fucking used syringes, eh? I'm just saying, don't get close, eh? Don't be reaching in my pockets or putting your hands on me, eh? There might be something sharp there, eh? Okay, I'll read it. Fucking, I gotta read it. Hamilton School Board appoints anti-bullying panel after student death. That's a real fucking headline, eh? If I had done it this way, I would get the URL, eh? Oh shit, what just happened? Why the fuck are you doing that? I don't know, that won't fit. I swear to God, that's the headline. I'm gonna put that on as a meme, eh? Devin Selvey, 14, was fatally stabbed outside his high school in Hamilton on October 7th, 2019. A Southern Ontario school board that's been criticized in the wake of the stabbing death of a 14-year-old student has appointed a team of experts to a panel meant to improve its response to bullying. Please define experts. How long is this? A bunch of comments too. The Hamilton Wentworth District School Board announced at its meeting on Tuesday that the panel will include a child psychiatrist, well, that's fucking useless, a former hospital executive, you're fucking useless, a former university professor, of what fucking subject, and a human rights expert. From where? The board unanimously approved to create a human rights expert. Hold on, fucking, why not children's rights expert? They have those at the UN, eh? Oh, fuck. I'll tell you about that in a second. The board unanimously approved the creation of the anti-bullying panel at the end of October, 3 weeks after Devin, Bracy Selvey was fatally stabbed outside his high school in the city's East End. A 14-year-old boy and an 18-year-old man are facing first-degree murder charges. Yeah, you're fucked, man. Police have alleged the boy was the one wielding the knife. I hate you motherfuckers, eh? You get like a year fucking in juvie and they don't tell us your name and shit. But people talk, eh? Andrew Stewart got rushed by like 15 fucking kids. One got charged and got a year. And they won't release the names. I should have been at the fucking trial, eh? But I don't know if they would have let me in. The board says the review panel's members will seek feedback from the community and independent experts on how to prevent and respond to incidents of bullying. Hold on. So your response is to convene a panel to figure out how to respond? The panelists include Dr. It's either Jean or John Clinton, a clinical professor of child psychiatry at McMaster University, Brenda Flaherty, a former executive vice president at Hamilton Health Services Center, Gary Warner, a former professor at McMaster who has since worked with a variety of community organizations, and Kike Ojo Thompson, I swear to God, an independent consultant who specializes in anti-racism and organizational change. Buddy, change your fucking name. Or did you? Did you do that on purpose? Fuck. The review panel will provide us with, quote, the review panel will provide us with guidance and advice on bullying prevention strategies and tactics so that we have the best practices and tools to make our students and staff feel safe, supported, and accepted, Board Chair Alex Johnstone said in a written statement. Johnstone has previously said there have been past errors in how the school board reported bullying incidents to the province, though she declined to specify what those errors were or whether they were related to Devon's case. Deal with your case. Devon's mother, who witnessed the alleged attack on her son, has said Devon was tormented by bullies in the weeks leading up to his death. She said everyone, herself included, failed him. The board's director of education, Manny Figueredo, has said the school had received complaints about bullying against Devon, but has not provided details. Comments. Another panel. More money and time wasted. When these bullies are identified, they should be expelled from school, and then the parents of said bully can pay for homeschooling. What do you mean pay for it? Oh, I guess, yeah, it comes out of your pocket, I suppose. What space ever happened to that program I think was called Scared Straight? Putting them in jail with some quote unquote real bullies for a space while and see how that may change their thinking. Well, Scared Straight didn't work. And you think, what is homeschooling going to do? They do a test at grade 3, grade 6, grade 9, and grade 12. You get 4 interactions with the government. That's going to fucking help, eh? And then the next one says, this is what they call job creations. Yes. How much are you paying these people and how much is it costing? That's what I want to know. So how many did we just do? 3 or 4? Is that 4 for 4? Holy fuck. I can't believe this shit. The snow, the swim truck, and the fraud, and this. This fucking province is fucked up, man. Holy. It is a Mack truck, eh? It was a Mack cement truck. He got hit by a Mack truck. Damn. Motherfucker. Unbelievable. How could you fuck up that fucking fraud? Why would you defraud your own benefits? That is so stupid. You're supposed to defraud a company you don't have nothing to do with. There's a police officer in 14 Division that was stealing other police officers' paychecks. Fucking long time ago, the United Nations did the Declaration on the Rights of the Child. They dragged us to the fucking planetarium or some shit. No, I don't know where the fuck it was, but they had us watching movies like in a movie theater. All these fucking shorts and cartoons and things about kids getting treated horribly around the world. We're like fucking, how old would I have been? Young. Fucking single digit age. And the next fucking, from then till now, all I've seen them do is go against it. The Declaration on the Rights of the Child, and they just have gone right against it. Oh, racist. Oh, okay, hold on. I see the word racist, but I don't see the whole headline. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, what just happened? This whole province is fucked up. Are they actually impeaching Trump? Oh dear. Yeah, that always works, eh? Brantford students face disciplinary action for racist ... Thank you. Homophobic Instagram. Oh, I don't give a fuck now because you're gonna say the word faggot is homophobic. Instagram post. And you blurred out everybody's fucking faces. Why are you? Warning, this story contains language and an image that may be offensive to some viewers. But I've been talking about dead people for fucking 20 minutes. What the fuck are you talking about? This photo is useless. A photo posted to social media that shows a group of Brantford High School students posing around a table and cake adorned with homophobic and racist language. You're baking cakes to fucking this people? You sound fucking pretty fucking homo yourself, eh? Yeah, I hate you. I baked you a cake. Get the fuck out of here, buddy. A Catholic school board in Brantford says, motherfuckers, always the Catholics. Eh? Public schools, you might get stabbed. Catholic school, you're gonna have some weird fucking sexual kink. A Catholic school, I swear to God, a Catholic school board in Brantford says it is investigating after a photo was posted to social media that shows a group of high school students posing around a table and cake adorned with homophobic and racist language. The Brant Haldimand Norfolk Catholic District School Board, that's way too long of a name, has confirmed with City News that students at Assumption College School in Brantford are present in the photo. Assumption, that's a fucking stupid name for a school. The photo, which was posted to a student's private Instagram account on Saturday, November 9th, shows around a dozen teenage boys, some of them drinking beer, standing around a table that has the, says nigger, spelled out in yellow letters. On the table is, I'm not going to say, quote unquote, the N word, except to tell you I'm not going to say it. So apparently it had the word nigger on the cake. Standing around a table that has that spelled out in yellow letters. On the table is a cake that spells out a derogatory term for homosexual men. Which one? How come you didn't put the letter for that one? Is it F word or how many are there? Oh fuck! There's a bunch in a bunch of different languages. Which one? On Wednesday, the school board said it only learned of the photo's existence after being contacted for comment by City News earlier this week. Hold up, I gotta stop for a second. You used to just put quotes around it and it's then the word. We're adults reading the fucking news. Oh. board said once it became aware of the photo, it immediately launched an investigation and the photo was removed from social media. Oh, yeah, you just got rid of every copy of it. Eh? Quote, as a result of the investigation, all students involved will be subject to disciplinary action, which will be predicated on their level of involvement in the social media post. I want to know who fucking went through the trouble of baking the cake. This fucking homo. You know what we should do, eh? We should bake them a cake. What the fuck? Discipline is based on the school and board code of conducts as well as board policy, end quote. The board spokesperson told City News. The photo was taken, and we're allowed to fucking say nigger and fucking piss and shit on the fucking radio in Canada. We're allowed to, and TV and shit. We're allowed to. You just can't use hate speech. I can say nigger. I can't say let's kill the niggers, but I can say nigger. It's allowed. This is Canada. So, I don't know where you are. You might get in trouble for watching me. I can't get in trouble for saying this. There's no list of words in Canada that you can't say. This is why when Canadians call radio shows in the US, they get cut off for swearing. Why do you Canadians always swear? You swear that much in Canada? Yes, and we're allowed to. The photo was taken off of school property, but the board says it can still dole out discipline for egregious behavior in conflict with the school's principles. Hold on. You keep saying Jesus is white and gay people won't go to heaven, and you expect these kids not to absorb that? The fuck? Those are their fucking principles. To quote, there isn't specific policy that speaks to activities that occur off school property. However, the board recognizes the seriousness of some incidents, particularly when they impact the moral tone of the school community. The board says the teens, quote, are not a collective that represented any team, club, or organization from Assumption College School, end quote. According to the board's behavioral policy, the students involved could face suspension or expulsion. Are there any black kids in the fucking school? That's what I want to know. Are there, like, that would be more racist to me that you don't have any black kids. Or if you had like one token black kid, that would be. That's why you're supposed to fucking say the word. Did they say nigger or niggers? Did they misspell it? I want to know if they misspelled it. Did fucking people misspell that shit? Now I can't even laugh at them for that because you won't tell me what they fucking said. According to the board's behavioral policy, holy fuck. According to the board's behavioral policy, the students involved could face suspension or expulsion. Quote, the Brant Haldimand Norfolk Catholic District School Board, fuck that's too long, promotes a safe and inclusive Catholic learning environment for all. Well, they seem to have learned, said Director of Education Mike McDonald. The board addresses all student behavior and discipline with the utmost seriousness. All infractions brought to our attention pertaining to student behavior, discipline, and safety are taken very seriously and thoroughly investigated. Although this social media post was not associated with any Brant Haldimand Norfolk Catholic District School Board or BHNCDSB, what the fuck, that's too long too. That doesn't spell anything. Or Assumption College School event, not on school property, outside school hours, and at a private residence, we are saddened and extremely disappointed that it involved students from our school district. So were they weren't all at one school? Well, somebody must have said something about white people getting picked on. It got deleted. And somebody else says, my advice, get a lawyer and sue the school for overreaching its power. How do you sue the school for what? If they didn't do anything yet. But I don't fucking understand. Is that 5 for 5? That's real white people, like, cause it's fucking blurry, but I can see they're all fucking pale as fuck. I gotta search for that photo. I gotta search for that photo. Yeah, they used to would have put the fucking picture on, so they gotta blur their faces. But there's no words on that fucking cake. I don't know what they're talking about. Something. Yeah, they misspelled something. The second, I can see on the table, Nigger. Okay. What if I just fucking look at the whole fucking thing? Oh, that's still small as fuck. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. F-H. Did you spell it F-A-G-E-T? You fucking idiots. No, what does it say? I'm gonna assume they misspelled faggot. Oh, there. They got nigger correct. I can see it clearly. It's blurred out, but I can see it clearly. I don't know why they bothered blurring it out. And they're holding a green cake for some reason. I don't know what the cake says. I gotta look for that now. I gotta fucking look for that now. I gotta look for that now. I gotta fucking look for that now. I don't want to see their faces. I want to see. They're gonna give me the one. I don't want to see their faces. I want to see the fucking cake. You're supposed to blur out their faces because they're minors, but you don't have to. They put the photo out there. They put the photo out there. It's their problem now. It's not your problem, right? I gotta look for this photo. I gotta see if they actually spell. I gotta know. It's a 5-letter word, and they don't look like fairies. I don't know what the fuck. It looks like a G-E-T. I swear. I gotta look for this. I gotta fucking look for this. I gotta fucking look for this. Oh, that's. Fuck, what am I doing? I gotta look for this fucking photo. I gotta see it. I gotta see it. I gotta see it. Come on. Could you please stop fucking just taking me everywhere on the internet? I can see what I'm tapping on. I see it go through multiple buttons that I'm not touching. I can see it because it highlights. You're fucking joking, right? Come on. I gotta look for this picture. If I'm looking for the picture, I'm gonna look for this fucking picture. I gotta see it. As long as I don't show it to you, it don't matter. We can't say shit about me doing it, looking at it. Oh, I can't put them in the top. Hold on. I swear to God. I swear. I can't. This is the level of intelligence that comes out of the schools. Okay, Google. Here we go. How the fuck do I? What was it? Brantford, Haldeman, Norfolk. Was it Brantford? That is way too long, man. Racist Catholic cake. Brantford students. Okay. Images. Let's see what comes up. Damn it. Oh my God, there's a lot of pictures of cakes coming up. Happy Pride. That's racist. And Catholic. What the fuck? They're all wedding cakes. What the fuck? Safe search is not on, is it? It should not be. I want to see them. If I type the word racist, it should fucking come up, shouldn't it? Damn it. What the fuck is going on? Your site sucks. Okay, I don't want to know about this shit. I just want to turn it off. What the fuck? The fuck is wrong with these fucking people, man? This is why you get so much traffic. People spend 20 minutes trying to do something that should take 2 seconds. There is no way to fucking turn it on or off. And it doesn't tell me if it's on or off. What the fuck? 404, that's an error. I want to see this picture. It's gonna kill me. I gotta know. Did they fucking misspell faggot? I have to fucking know. Fuck. Motherfucker. Brantford, yes. It didn't contain any. It said warning. The article contains language that may be offensive. Language and an image that may be offensive to some viewers. Well, they call white people cakers, and you're all standing around a fucking cake, and there's a dozen white people in this photo. So I'd like, what am I supposed to take from that? I see like 10 of them, but I don't see offensive language or, you know what? Quote, unquote, quote, N word, end quote. That offends me. I'm being super polite by saying N-word. What is N-word? Oh, we have to not say nigger because we used to call them that when you were slaves. This is why black British don't like to be called African American. I don't like the term either. I want to see what the fuck did they miss? It's a 5-letter word, but it's not. Oh man, they fucking misspelled. I know they misspelled it. 5 in a row, man. Damn it, I think we went through all of it. Oh, well, Ontario Catholic teachers vote 97% for strike, but talks continue. Let me guess. They're going to go on strike. All the kids are going to be off anyway, and this is going to go to the back fucking burner, right? Watch. I know this fucking province. Ontario Catholic, OC. The vote sends a strong message to the government. Are you fucking kidding? Nobody wants there to be a Catholic school board anymore. You people should just be glad you're getting paid at all, man. Oh my God. Catholic teachers will not accept any agreement that would be detrimental to learning and working conditions in our schools. The government will try to portray this as teachers escalating tensions, but the reality is they've created this situation by continuing to pursue their reckless cuts to education. What? What the fuck makes Catholics special when it comes to education? I don't understand this. Why are they always in charge of schools? Residential schools, Catholic English schools, Catholic French schools? Why the fuck are they in charge of schools? I've never learned a fucking thing from a Catholic. I've never met a Catholic that knew anything. I've never met a Catholic that fucking knew anything. They could tell me the Bible. So what? They could only tell me the verses that were read to them over and over. They couldn't tell me anything else. As evidenced by this fucking incident where the kids are so smart they can't fucking spell the racist, homophobic words they're using. The fuck? Negotiations between the province and the education union started on tense terms a few months ago amid government moves to increase class sizes, which will take an estimated 10,000 teaching positions out of the system over 4 years. So, like, how many students are there going to be over? Like, that's what I want to know. Recent legislation that caps wage increases for public service workers at 1% for 3 years has further angered teachers who are threatening legal action, saying it infringes on their collective bargaining rights. Education Minister Stephen Lecce said in a statement Wednesday following OECTA's strike vote that he wants a deal, not a strike. Am I supposed to say OECTA? OECTA? No, it's OESTA. He wants a deal, not a strike. While our government has been a reasonable force and student-focused at the bargaining table, focused on keeping kids in class, OECTA is escalating at a time parents want us to focus on getting a deal that provides predictability for families, he wrote. I don't see, you always do this at the beginning of the school year, right? The Catholic teachers are not yet in a legal strike position and negotiations will continue. High school teachers are in a legal strike position as of Monday, though they won't be off the job that day as they have not yet filed a required 5-day notice. Elementary teachers also voted for job action and will be in a legal strike position as of November 25th. I can't count how many school strikes there's been in this city since I was in school. Like, there's at least 15 or 20. You talk all day about how much you love working with kids and how important it is, but you're always looking for an excuse to get out. You fucking talks between French teachers and the government are ongoing. Like, you mean Catholic French teachers, right? Isn't that two different? Oh, fucking. The Canadian Union of Public Employees reached a deal on behalf of its 55,000 education worker members last month. Education worker members. They're not all teachers of education. Narrowly avoiding a strike. It includes a 1% wage increase each year over the life of the 3-year deal. The agreement also restores $58.3 million in government funding used largely for educational assistance working with students with special needs. Money, the comment says, money, 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 ... money, exclamation point. Why not just say that? That's what this motherfucker looks like. You look ridiculous, buddy. You shouldn't let them take your picture, bro. So the figurehead of this ministry cannot be taken seriously. You take one look at him and you start laughing. I can't fucking look at that guy. Fuck. I'm very fucking confused. How are you people equipped to fucking teach kids anything? I don't understand. I don't understand. Why did that happen twice? Wow, man. There's so much uselessness here. 3, 4, 5, 6 fucking stories of life. Wow. Why doesn't my predictive text work when I don't understand? I don't understand. Fuck, come on. I wouldn't have started typing if it. Oh, come on. I'm using shorter words and fucking poor sentence structure to make up for how long it took to type that. No, that was the last of the fucking.
Out for a drive, are you? That's bold. Have you seen how snowy I am? And how about my bottoms? Yes, of course, there's ice. Black ice. And you can't even see it. And there's a tree down. But I won't tell you where.
Winter roads are evil. Be prepared. Get a set of 4 Hankook winter tires by December 31st and get up to $60 back. For details, go to hankooktire.com.
The 680 News Insider Club. It pays to belong.
This week, you could win a $100 gift card to Tandoori Flame, North America's largest Indian buffet and restaurant. With locations in Mississauga and Brampton, you're never too far away from craft cocktails, street food, and North America's largest Indian buffet.
Visit 680news.com for your chance to win and to sign up for the Insider Club.
A rescued puppy attracting a lot of attention online because of his remarkable resemblance to a unicorn. The nearly 10-week-old puppy named Narwhal has a tail-like appendage growing out of his forehead. The pup was rescued over the weekend and sent to a Jackson, Missouri center which specializes in fostering animals with special needs. Staff say Narwhal doesn't notice the extra tail on his forehead and is otherwise a happy, healthy puppy. Very cute. A little weird, but very, very cute. Remember, 680 News is the only Toronto radio station with a weather guarantee. And our jackpot today, $6,100. For your chance at the cash, head to 680news.com/contests. Coming up in 60 seconds, we'll check in with Richard Southern at the Business Center, 680 News Time, 11:25.
At Rogers, get business-grade internet solutions like Rogers Business Internet Pro Gigabit plus Office 365. Now just $119.99 a month on a 3-year term. Visit rogers.com/internet-for-biz.
Christopher Columbus did not believe the Earth is flat. That's a misconception. Another misconception is that Lazy Boy
I've never heard that in my life.
Yes, Lazy Boy has the most comfortable recliners, but also sofas,
I've never heard
sectionals,
anybody so
fashionable
stupid
Lazy Boy
as
furniture and
Christopher
accessories for your
Columbus
living
thought the
room,
world
bedroom,
was
and dining room. And designers who will consult in your home for free. Columbus did not believe the Earth is flat, and Lazy Boy is not all recliners. Surprise! It's Lazy Boy.
At Rogers, get business-grade internet solutions like Rogers Business Internet Pro Gigabit plus Office 365. Now just $119.99 a month on a 3-year term. Visit rogers.com/internet-for-biz.
You can make
He's so fucking stupid.
It's now the business report. Let's go to the Business Center and check in with Richard Southern.
Good evening. Passing on that hoagie, Subway subs scrambling now to put the brakes on a rash of store closings. Subway quickly became the world's largest fast food chain with more than 27,000 locations in the U.S. alone at its peak. But consumers are now giving up those foot-long sandwiches. More than 2,300 Subway franchises have closed in the past year. Tastes have changed. The company no longer perceived as being as healthy as it once was. The chain now instituting a new policy mandating that old store owners who opt not to re-sign their lease agreements complete a questionnaire and talk to headquarters. Unlike McDonald's, Subway doesn't own any of its own restaurants and relies solely on the fees it collects from franchisees, including an 8% annual fee from all sales. While investors had an appetite for stocks, the TSX closed at a record high. It was up 48 points at 16,957. Home Capital Group surging 14.33% on well-received earnings and a stock buyback. And the price of gold helping matters. It was up more than $9 at $1,463 the ounce. On Wall Street, the Dow up 92 points, a record as well at 27,783, thanks largely to Disney. It was up 7.33% on news that, get this, 10 million people have already signed up for its new streaming platform called Disney Plus. That's just in over 24 hours. And Tavia Colia with TD Bank.
Huge. This actually exceeded Disney's expectations and many analysts' expectations. Disney predicts that their service will grow between 60 to 90 million subscribers over the next 5 years. So we'll have to see if this trend continues.
S&P was up 2 points. The NASDAQ fell 3. Canadian dollar down to 75.46 cents U.S. Top stories are next on 680 News.
First and fast.
Breaking news when it happens on 680 News.
Rexall can help you realize getting a flu shot is a really good idea.
Any day now, I'm going to become a grandmother. So many toys to buy, outfits to pick out, photos to take. I can't get sick right now.
And I'm going to be a dad. So many firsts to look forward to. First smile, first step, first word.
And first dirty diaper.
Yeah, I really can't get sick right now.
You probably have a reason you can't get sick right now. Help protect yourself and your loved ones from the flu. Get your flu shot at Rexall. Visit Rexall.ca for details.
Black Friday happens all November long, and now that's Mississauga and Rexdale Hyundai. And here's Hyundai's hottest lineup sales event. Now getting you ready for winter. It's a $500 winter tire credit on select models. And keeping your wallet happy, it's don't pay for 90 days on all new models. And last but not least, it's a special Black Friday in-store offer. It's the fun deal of the year. Celebrate
Celebrate Black Friday at Mount Claudius, Mississauga and Rexdale Hyundai. See store for details.
It's time for the 680 News Business Travelers Forecast, brought to you by Franklin Templeton.
At Franklin Templeton, we help you invest for a brighter future by actively navigating market ups and downs, so you never lose sight of your goals. Reach for better. Franklin Templeton.
Orlando tomorrow, overcast and 22 degrees. Boston, overcast and 3. If you're off to Montreal, mostly cloudy, -1 will meet you there. Vancouver, overcast and 10. And in Calgary, mostly cloudy and 1 degree. This is CFTR 680 News at 11:30.
Number 1 for news in Toronto. This is 680 News.
Here are Scott Burnett and Caitlin Lee.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, November 13th.
Here's what's making news this hour.
Catholic teachers vote overwhelmingly in favor of strike action. Now 3 of the big 4 teachers' unions threatening to walk out of the classroom.
A pedestrian has life-threatening injuries after she was struck by a vehicle at Hurontario and the Queensway.
Peel police searching for a stunt driver who ditched a burning car in a Mississauga parking lot.
A moment of violence outside Sportsnet headquarters. It happened during a rally in support of Don Cherry.
Cancel culture and what's going on is not right in Canada.
The Raptors trail the Blazers 64-61, 6:52 to go in the third quarter from Portland, while the Leafs lost on the
People
island.
are copying
45.
us to such an extent they think a guy with a phone is an undercover cop, so they're getting violent.
Up 48 points at a record close. Business at 56.
It's a TV show, buddy. Relax.
Traffic and weather together on the ones. Here is Craig Gear.
This report is brought to you by Refurb.io. So we have some construction. It was construction, not a crash on the northbound 427 ramp onto the westbound 401. It looks like we're down to a single lane through this construction zone here. If you're coming, or I should say continuing on the westbound 401, west of the 427 onto, south of the airport there, you should be totally fine. The express is up to speed here. It's mainly the collectors as you come off the northbound 427 onto the westbound 401, you get dumped into the collectors here and into a single lane through this construction zone. So it's very, very slow. Also still very slow on the westbound QEW at the 427. The left lane is blocked here. So you're down to a single lane again through this stretch, and it's backed up from Kipling now onto the Gardner. We're looking at a crash on the southbound 400, south of Finch. The right lane was blocked. It looks like it's clear now. It just cleared away. So that's the good news here. Northbound 404 at 16th Avenue, also a very slow drive through this crash scene. And again, you're left with a single left lane getting by here. Tows and emergency crews are on the scene here to clean it up. We have some construction that's blocking the Avenue ramps to the eastbound 401 and the northbound Avenue ramp to the westbound 401. The ramp to the Yorkdale from the west 401 that is closed, and the Dufferin ramps onto the westbound 401 also blocked off tonight. Buy a refurbished computer from Refurb.io from $189. Use code 680 and save $20 when you spend $100 or more. Go to www.refurb.io. Your next report is at 11:41 with the forecast and Tasha Ramsay.
We are climbing out of this deep freeze. Temperatures are on the rise tonight. We'll reach -1 by the morning and continue up to 2 degrees through the afternoon. But we've got to deal with a little bit of light snow this evening, a break overnight, and a second round of light snow through the morning commute. It'll be about 1 to 3 centimeters in total across the GTA. Parts of Durham could see up to 5 centimeters. And this will end right around lunch tomorrow. After that, overcast but dry for the afternoon with that high of 2 degrees. Tonight we are rising to -1 by morning.
Downtown Toronto right now, overcast and -1, feeling like -6. 680 News Time, 11:33.
They'll stay at the negotiation table for now, but they've given notice they're willing to walk away. The Ontario English Catholic Teachers Association voting in favor of hitting the picket line.
680's Casey Taylor has the details.
Just over 97% of the 45,000 English Catholic teachers province-wide voting to strike. Though not in a legal strike position yet, Electa says if the province won't budge at the table, they will walk off the job. It's a threat now being made by 3 of Ontario's 4 major teachers' unions. Public high school teachers are ready to strike as of Monday, though have yet to give the mandatory 5-day notice. Elementary teachers, meantime, can hit the lines in just under 2 weeks. Education Minister Stephen Lecce says the threat of strikes don't help matters, but does hope they can be avoided if both sides are willing to keep negotiating in good faith. I'm Casey Taylor.
680 news time, 11:34. An elderly pedestrian has been taken to a trauma center after being struck by a vehicle in Mississauga. Peel police say they were called to the intersection of Queensway and Huron, Ontario around 6:15 this evening. When they arrived, they found a 79-year-old woman with life-threatening injuries. Police say the vehicle and the driver remained on scene. 2 lanes of northbound Huron, Ontario remain closed for the investigation.
Firefighters have put out a fire at a paint shop in Rexdale. It broke out around 8:30 this evening near Martin Grove and Rexdale Boulevard. Police telling 680 News about 20 employees managed to get out safely. Martin Grove has reopened south of Racine Road following an investigation.
Peel police out with some words of advice after a driver was allegedly doing donuts in a Mississauga parking lot before their vehicle burst into flames. Constable Akil Mukin has this message.
We do not recommend anyone trying this at home. This type of behavior can certainly affect public safety, as most vehicles that are available to consumers are not designed for this purpose.
He says the flames forced the driver to ditch the car in the parking lot near Wolfdale Road and Central Parkway, south of Burnham Thorpe, just before 8. The driver was gone by the time police got there, but officers are wanting to speak with them and figure out not just the reasoning behind the donuts, but also what might have caused the vehicle to catch fire.
680 News Time, 11:35. Tempers flaring during a mostly peaceful protest outside the Sportsnet studio at Mount Pleasant and Isabella today. A handful of people turning out upset over the firing of Don Cherry. 680's Mark Douglas was there. A group of about 20 protesters rallied outside Sportsnet headquarters, showing their support for Don Cherry. There was a moment of violence when a protester in a brown hoodie started pushing and grabbing a man in the crowd with a video camera, whom some in the crowd had accused of being an undercover police officer. There is still a lot of publicity. Only a few people here at the rally were willing to admit Cherry went over the line with his "you people" comments. Most of the protesters denied that Grapes had done anything wrong.
No, I think in a country of free speech, you shouldn't be dismissed for anything you say.
Cancel culture and what's going on is not right in Canada. It's not right.
Sportsnet and this radio station are owned by Rogers.
Your culture, you just called it. Hey, buddy, your culture is to follow.
No longer appear on Hockey Night in Canada. Many are wondering about the future of the intermission segment, Coach's Corner. Adrian Gabriel of City News takes a look.
Former NHL enforcer George Larocque is a self-professed fan of Don Cherry. But Larocque believes someone with a different tone, a unifying voice, is needed to fill a big seat that now sits vacant.
Society has changed, and you got to be really careful about things that you say now.
Sports journalist Sharina Ahmed believes there's a unique opportunity to make the broadcast more inclusive.
We have an entire roster of incredible hockey players in this country who are women, who are without a league in Canada.
While Ahmed believes that having more people on Hockey Nights who represent the Canada of today would be a big win, Larocque believes ethnic backgrounds should not be part of the decision-making process. Adrian Gabriel, City News.
680 News Time, 11:37. The City of Toronto winter operations team has been busy thanks to an early start to the snow clearing season. Roads boss Vince Sferraza says technology plays a big role.
Salt trucks are also equipped with road temperature sensors, and that data is used to identify the potential for ice formation. We use data from road weather information system stations that track air and, just as important, pavement temperature.
The city's plow location web app has also been improved and will be activated on December 1st.
The Hamilton Wentworth District School Board has appointed an anti-bullying panel after one of its students was stabbed and killed outside of his high school. Christina Howard of City News spoke with the school board chair and has more.
14-year-old Devin Selby's death came after weeks of relentless bullying from fellow students. The panel will lead a review on how the board handles bullying and provide recommendations around how to make students and staff feel safe.
The panel is made up of 3 professional individuals who have a background in conducting citywide reviews. The panel is not intended to be representative of the community. The panelists are intended to have the professional background that it takes in order to conduct such a high-level, complex review that is of provincial standard.
The panel includes a child psychiatrist, a former hospital executive, and a former university professor. Christina Howard, City News.
In 30 seconds, we'll check gas prices.
680 News Time, 11:39.
As a homeowner, you have built up equity value in your home. With Capital Direct, equity equals flexibility for homeowners. Flexibility to finance your business, flexibility to renovate your home, or flexibility to pay off other things like property taxes. Call Capital Direct at 1-800-NEW-CAPITAL. CA. 96% of existing Capital Direct's clients surveyed would recommend Capital Direct to family, friends, or colleagues.
Now the 680 News gas price update. Enpro predicts the price will rise this in at midnight to $1.15.9 a liter at most GTA stations. Traffic and weather is next.
680 News time, 1140.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Yeah, fuck off. I was gonna listen to the fucking next thing. I was gonna listen through the fucking next 3 minutes. No, it'll be sports. Right. They're gonna be shit all they got to tell us. Oh, that's all I can find. Wow, this city's just full of well, this is Mississauga. The donuts, the car is fucking toast. And they tried to drive away while it was on fire. Where the fuck did it go? What the fuck was that? My pictures keep moving around too, eh? That's getting irritating. What the fuck is this? Bitmap? Are you serious? I have a bitmap file on my phone. I have an application that saves files as bitmaps. What? You're fucking kidding me, right? I can't bring myself to delete it. Come on, give me like a mattress and a fridge. I'm fucking
starting to back up through here. Daydreaming of the Dominican? Air Canada Vacations has last-minute package deals that'll get you oceanside in Punta Cana and fast. Visit aircanadavacations.com today. Your next report is at 11:51 with the forecast. Here's Natasha Ramsahai.
Through the overnight, we are looking at temperatures rising. We're going to hit -1 degree, wind chill -6 by the time you wake up in the morning. Now, we've got a little bit of light snow this evening, a second round through the morning commute, all tapering off by lunch. And when you add up the two, we'll be in the 1 to 3 centimeter range across most of the GTA. Some spots in the east end could see upwards of 4 or 5 centimeters. And then we're going to be dry through Thursday afternoon, overcast, but a little milder at 2 degrees. Friday, up to 3 degrees, mainly cloudy skies, rain, snow mix through the middle of the day, and a little bit gusty out of the west. Tonight we are rising to -1 degree by morning.
Right now in downtown Toronto, we've got a mostly overcast sky and -1, feeling like -6. And at Pearson Airport this hour, -2. The wind chill making it feel like -8. 680 News time, 11:43.
Law enforcement officials in Southern California have broken up a crime ring that allegedly duped Apple out of about $6 million.
11 of 14 defendants are now under arrest, led by 3 brothers who are accused of importing fake iPhones and iPads from China, then taking them to Apple stores in the U.S. and Canada and exchanging them for the real thing. Once they had real Apple products in hand, they would allegedly ship those back to China and sell them for a premium.
That is
U.S.
so
Attorney
complicated.
Robert Brewer.
Multi-year, multi-jurisdictional investigation.
Apple believes the crew got away with about $6 million worth of real iPhones and iPads. Alex Stone, EBC News.
680 News time, 11:44.
At Rogers, get business-grade wireless solutions like iPhone XR 64 gig. Now $0 on a 3-year business share plan. Visit Rogers.com/plans for
$10. It's going to be my new rock.
When I opened my bakery, I was over the moon.
But the constant paperwork brought me back down to earth. Then, things got easier when I opened the RBC Digital Choice Business Account Package with unlimited features like electronic debit and credit transactions, Moneris, and mobile check deposits. Now, I spend less time sifting through business transactions and more time sifting flour for my heavenly butter tarts.
Visit rbc.com/less hassle and make things easier with the RBC Digital Choice Business Account Package.
At Rogers, get business-grade wireless solutions like iPhone XR 64 gig, now $0 on a 3-year business share plan. Visit rogers.com/plans for biz.
You can make more.
This is All News Radio, 680 News.
It is -1 and overcast in downtown Toronto. Good evening from the 680 News Broadcast Center. I'm Kate Molly.
The top stories right now.
Ontario's Catholic school teachers threatening to walk off the job as talks with the province continue to stall. 97% of the Ontario English Catholic Teachers Association voting towards strike action today. A 79-year-old has been rushed to a trauma center with life-threatening injuries after she was struck by a vehicle at Huron, Ontario and the Queensway in Mississauga. And fire crews had to put out a burning car in a Mississauga parking lot this evening. Peel police searching for this drunk driver who did some donuts in the lot and then left it there. 680 News Time, 11:45.
Janine ran away from it screaming.
Now time for 680 Sports from Sportsnet 590 The Fan. Here is George Russick.
Caitlin, the Raptors playing their
It
fourth
is
game
toasted.
of this murderous 5-game road trip, but right now they lead in Portland on the Blazers 82, make that 84-78. 34 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Fred VanVleet leading the way for the Raptors. He's got 25 points. Pascal Siakam, 24. The Raptors, who are shooting 40% from the field. The Maple Leafs were beaten 5-4 in Uniondale by the Islanders. Islanders were 2 for 3 on the power play. Kapanen, Nylander, Hall, and Tavares scored for the Maple Leafs. Got 25 saves from Frederik Andersen in a losing effort. Toronto's now dropped 3 in a row. NHL action on the go. Third period in Calgary. Stars lead the Flames 2-1. Blackhawks lead the Golden Knights in Vegas 3-2 late second period. Everything else is done. Senators doubled up the Devils 4-2, while the Capitals got past the Flyers 2-1 in a shootout. And Jacob deGrom of the Mets has been named the National League Cy Young Award winner for the second straight year, while Houston's Justin Verlander won his second AL Cy Young Award. Sports at 15 and 45 past every hour. Running time in the home and Timmins and now on radio and TV. Sportsnet 590 The Fan.
680 News Time, 11:47.
Prostate 1 from Avogel, a once-a-day traditional herbal medicine for men suffering from symptoms of enlarged prostate, such as frequent urination and sexual dysfunction. Prostate 1 from Avogel. Feel and perform
Booze
your best.
because
Prostate
all
1,
these dudes with these problems are fucking alcoholics, man.
We know real life happens at the worst possible time. A flat
quite
tire on your
together.
truck in the mall parking lot. A rattling sound that throws a wrench in your auto drive. The first snowstorm hits, and your winter tires are still in storage. When real life happens, trust TireCraft. Until December 31st, get a $40 GT Radial prepaid Visa card by mail when you purchase a set of 4 GT Radial Ice Pro 3 tires or other qualifying models. TireCraft. Real people servicing real life.
Prostate 1 from Avogel, a once-a-day traditional herbal medicine for men suffering from symptoms of enlarged prostate, such as frequent urination and sexual dysfunction. Prostate 1 from Avogel. Feel and perform your best. Prostate 1, wherever natural health products are sold.
680 News Time, 11:48. A woman and child have been airlifted to Hamilton after they were struck by a GO train in Kitchener. Metrolink says it happened just outside the Kitchener GO station around 3 o'clock this afternoon. The woman suffered life-threatening injuries and was taken to Hamilton General Hospital. The child taken to McMaster University Medical Center. No word on the age or gender of the child. Separatists in Quebec and the prairies may all be pushing for independence from Canada, but they're not about to help each other out. 680's Parliament Hill reporter Cormac McSweeney has more.
A common goal is not enough, according to Bloc Québécois leader Yves-François Blanchet. With Quebec's long struggle with separatism, Blanchet was asked if he had any advice for the growing independence movements in Alberta and Saskatchewan. Blanchet is dismissing the option, saying the other groups are focused on the energy industry, and if they want to create an oil state, they won't get any help from his party.
Hydroelectric.
but his focus is on his own province.
I still believe that Quebec will do better when it becomes a country. So I'm not the one that will fight to have a nice, beautiful, and united Canada.
While they're not advocating separation, the premiers of Alberta and Saskatchewan are looking at ways to gain more autonomy from the federal government as feelings of alienation and economic struggles continue to rise in the prairies. Cormac McSweeney, Parliament Hill.
In the U.S., there's some surprising news from the CDC when it comes to superbug infections.
The Centers for Disease Control says about 36,000 Americans died from drug-resistant infections in 2017, but that's down 18% since 2013. Officials credit an intense effort in hospitals to control the spread of extremely dangerous infections. But while deaths are going down, the report says infections overall are up. And while superbugs mainly have been considered a hospital problem, they are appearing much more often elsewhere. Shelley Adler, Washington.
680 News Time, 11:50.
At Appleby College, global learning is less about seeing the world and more about being a part of it. That's why Appleby College students are required to participate in a global learning experience as part of their high school education. For more information, please attend Appleby's final open house of 2019, this Saturday, November 16th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Appleby College in Oakville is one of Canada's leading independent schools for students in grades 7 to 12. Visit appleby.on.ca to learn more.
Once upon a time, a woman with psoriasis went to the beach in a bikini. The end. Long story short, living with psoriasis doesn't have to mean constantly living undercover. Learn about all your psoriasis treatment options, including oral and injectable alternatives, at psostory.ca. That's psostory.ca.
680 News Time, 11:51. Time for traffic and weather together on the ones. Here is Craig Gear.
Most of our problems now have cleared away. We're still dealing with a few, though. This report is brought to you by Aaronwood Ford. So on the westbound 401, we had a stalled vehicle as you approach Dixon Martin Grove. It's now clear. It's gone. Wasn't really causing that much of a delay anyway. We were very delayed on the northbound 404 through this crash at 16th Avenue. We didn't have a lot of room to maneuver through here. I think it was just down to a single left lane getting by, but that crash is cleared, so everything getting back up to speed. And you know what? The highways aren't too terrible looking, even with the weather and the snow out there. Pretty much most of them are getting back up to speed now. Westbound QEW at the 427, construction is slowing things down still. They've got the left lane blocked off, and you were down to a single lane through this construction zone. It's much better than what it was, but we are still a little touch slow. And then on the westbound Garner, before you get up to this construction, as you approach the 427, we have a stalled go bus and some other vehicles strewn about here on the right side of the highway. So keep that in mind. It's not causing any issues though, but traffic spotters pointing this one out, and we're just looking at it on the camera here. We have some more construction from about QEW over top the Burlington Skyway, 2 left lanes of maintenance, not causing any issues though. On the northbound 410, they're working at the 401 in the Express. Southbound 410 at Derry, they've got the HOV in the left lane blocked. Some ramps are closed. The Avenue ramps to the east 401 shut down. Northbound Leslie, northbound Avenue, and the Dufferin ramps on to the westbound 401 shut down too. The Swap Your Ride sales event is on at Aaronwood Ford. Save another $1,000 off the already low price. Swap your ride and save $1,000 at airwoodford.com. Your next report is at 12:01, and with the forecast, here's Natasha Ramsahai.
Trace to 2 centimeters of snow this evening, another trace to 2 coming in the morning for the commute. So maybe leave 5-10 extra minutes just because of that light snow. It's enough to slick things up. -1 will be the morning temperature, getting up to 2 degrees through the afternoon, and it looks like those flurries will taper off around lunch. On Friday, we should manage 3 degrees, gusty west wind up to 40 kilometers per hour. It is going to be mainly cloudy. We've got some rain snow mix to deal with during the middle of the day, but clearing out Friday night. Unfortunately, a cold front also goes through. So Saturday morning's wind chill near -20. It is a cold day, mainly sunny though. A high of just -4, wind chill -9. Tonight we are rising to -1 degree by morning.
Right now in downtown Toronto, it is -1 and overcast, -3 at Pearson Airport. 680 News Time, 11:53.
This extended forecast is brought to you by Sun Life. Did you know 1 in 3 Canadians has diabetes or pre-diabetes? Sun Life's health experts have great advice on preventing or managing this disease so you can live healthier.
What does your dream home look like?
Hi, I'm Jeannie Becker, and for over 50 years, Georgian Renovations has been designing spaces you'll love. We know how hard it is making a decision to renovate, so for a limited time only, we're offering our interior design services for the incredible value of $5,000. See your vision come to life before you decide on your renovation, and buy with confidence, knowing exactly what your dream home will look like. Schedule your design consultation today at georgianreno.com.
Now you can listen to 680 News on your Sonos smart speaker, Amazon Echo, or any Google Chromecast-enabled device like Google Home.
I'll find one thing wrong on my neck. I find two. What the fuck?
Tune in using Radio Player on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Radio Player Canada. It's where Canadian radio plays.
Facebook says it removed a staggering 3.2 billion fake accounts from its service from April to September. Nearly all of the bogus accounts were caught before they had a chance to become active users of the social network. Facebook estimates that about 5% of its current 2.45 billion user accounts are fake.
You do not have
The company also said it
2.45 billion
removed
users.
11.4 million pieces of hate speech, compared to 5.4 million in the same 6-month period in 2018. We'll check in at the Business Center in 60 seconds. 680 News Time, 11:55.
The holidays were made for loving company, heartwarming smiles, and mouth-watering delicious feasts and treats. And there's nothing the staff of Pumpernickel's knows better. To all the Pumpernickel's customers that have warmed their hearts with your wonderful company, and to all the new smiling faces they'll welcome in 2020, have a safe and joyous holiday season and a happy new year. Find out how Pumpernickel's can light up your holidays and your new year with exquisite catering, or find a Pumpernickel's near you at pumpernickels.ca.
On November 14th, 20th Century Fox brings you Matt Damon, Christian Bale in the movie critics are calling one of the year's best films.
More of that, please.
Ford versus Ferrari, from the director of Walk the Line and Logan. The Wall Street Journal raves it's an out-and-out audience pleaser.
You're gonna want to see this.
Entertainment Weekly proclaims, enjoy the ride. Trust me, Ford versus Ferrari. Tickets on sale now.
680 News Time, 11:56. Now your business report. Here is Richard Southern.
Good evening. Are you ever late for work? Being chronically tardy for the office, work experts say, brings with it all sorts of trouble. Being chronically late can not only get you fired, but can also pit teams and employees against each other and reduce productivity. Being late is actually not uncommon. According to a Career Builder study, 29% say they're tardy at least once a month, 16% say being late is a weekly occurrence for them. The majority, 49%, blame traffic, followed by oversleeping. 26% say it's bad weather that makes them late. Well, investors were right on time when it came to their buying today. The TSX hit an all-time high. Canada's main stock benchmark up 48%.
How do you drive to work and still get there late?
Been a weakness for the financial stocks and for the Canada stocks. Chronos fell 7.6% on an earnings miss, but investors were buying right across the other sectors. A strong uptick for telecommunication and for Home Capital Group, that lender up more than 14% on well-received earnings. The Dow was up 92 points, a record at 27,783. Disney stock added more than 7% on news that 10 million people have signed up for its new streaming service, which is only some 24 hours old. S&P was up 2, the NASDAQ down 3. There was a bit of downbeat news on the U.S.-China trade front. Anthony Okoye, TD Bank.
Dow Jones is reporting that the U.S.-China trade talks hit a snag over some agricultural purchases. Also reporting that Beijing is resisting requesting to curb technology transfers and enforcement mechanisms for these changes. So this was a bit of alarm to the markets, which are very sensitive to any headline news on U.S.-China trade talks.
Canadian dollar meantime down to 75.45 cents U.S. Your top stories were only 60 seconds
It's
away.
been 75 cents all
As
fucking
headmaster
year.
of St. Andrews College in Aurora, I'm often asked by parents why our school is right for their son.
The second you enter, you know you're a part of something truly amazing. There are tons of arts and extracurricular activities.
71 teams, 21 sports. There are so many opportunities to become a leader. 100% of our students are accepted to university.
The teachers sincerely care. They push you to do your best.
And I have Brothers for Life. Experience for yourself what a St. Andrews College Day or boarding program can offer your son. Join us for our open house on November 19th. Details at sac.on.ca.
For big or small paint projects, the Home Depot is here to help save you money. Here you'll find top quality paint at warehouse prices. That's low prices every day on every gallon of high quality Behr paint, stains, and primers. And Pro Extra members can earn 10 to 20% back in rewards on qualifying Behr paint purchases. How much are you really paying per gallon? The Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Minimum spend required. See in store for details.
We make sure you're the first to know.
680 News. Now, 680 News regional weather conditions for Toronto's Christmas music station. Santa's back in Toronto this Sunday, and so's your all-Christmas music station. The festive fun begins at noon this Sunday, only on 98.1 CHFI.
Are you fucking serious?
In Oakville, -3, overcast. Milton, -5 and overcast. Up in Erin, some light snow still falling there, -7, feeling like -10. In downtown Toronto, it's warmed up quite a bit, 0 degrees and overcast. It's -2 at Pearson Airport. 680 News Time, 12 o'clock, midnight.
Number 1 for breaking news, traffic, bad weather. This is 680 News, Toronto.
Here are Scott Burnett and Caitlin Lee.
Good morning. This is Thursday, November 14th.
Here's what's making news this hour.
Nearly all of Ontario's teachers now threatening to strike simultaneously as the English Catholic Teachers Union votes overwhelmingly in favor of walking out.
An interesting gamble for fare
She's hired
riders
new
on the
teachers.
Union Pearson Express. Metrolinx apparently has no way to find those who don't pay up to take the up.
A brief moment of violence at a rally outside Sportsnet
Oh,
headquarters.
good. Now we all know we can ride those trains for free. Good. Whatever. Need to get some.
Get your bib out. A new multi-level Italian-inspired food hall has opened up in the downtown core.
The Raptors lead the Blazers in Portland 94-92, 7:51 to go in the ball game while the Maple Leafs lose on the island. Sports at 15.
Sign of the Times, the #1 milk producer in North America declares bankruptcy, citing weak demand. TSX up 48 points at an all-time high. Business at 26.
680 News Time, 12:01.
Traffic and weather together on the ones. Greg here.
Good morning, Scott and Caitlin. This report is brought to you by Leon's Furniture. So a few problems out there westbound onto the Gardner as you approach the 427. The right lane blocked here. It's a stalled GO bus and a few other vehicles involved here. Might actually be a crash. Just slight delays as you pass by here. Mostly people just slowing down and take a look. We still have construction at the 427 as you make your way onto the west QEW. You're down to a single lane going through here, but it doesn't look too terrible anymore. We have now the 3 left lanes blocked. Toronto-bound QEW over top the Burlington Skyway. That's new, so just a single right lane getting by. Things are up to speed, though. Everything seems to be moving just fine right now. Southbound 427, south of the 409, 3 left lanes blocked here with a stalled vehicle. You've got 2 right lanes open going through here, and then continuing south on the 427 as you approach Rathburn, the transfer from Express to Collectors, they're going to be working in the left lane. Northbound 427, the transfer north of Burnham-Thorpe from Express to Collectors completely closed down, and doing some work on the ramp to the westbound 401. You're going to find it down to a single lane as you go through here. We were seeing delays earlier, but it doesn't look terrible right now. We had the Avenue ramps to the east 401 closed, the northbound Leslie and northbound Avenue ramps to the westbound 401 blocked, and the Dufferin ramps to the highway also closed. Find incredible deals during Leon's season savings event, like up to 60% off Sealy mattresses or a 6-piece sectional sofa for only $19.99. Limited time only. Visit leons.ca for details. Your next report is at 12:11 with the forecast. Adam Stiles.
Light snow to kick off the morning. In fact, it'll be hanging out during the morning commute. A trace to 1, maybe 2 centimeters. Daytime high today settling up to 0 after a cloudy midday, and then a few peaks of sunshine late into the afternoon. Winds are fairly light, southwest 10 to 20 kilometers per hour. Today, we're heading up to a high temperature of 0.
Right now in downtown Toronto, 0 and overcast. It's -2 at Pearson. 680 News Time, 12:03.
Another teachers union in the province threatening to walk off the job. The Ontario English Catholic Teachers Association has voted overwhelmingly in favor of strike action as contract talks stalled with the government.
680's Casey Taylor has the details.
45,000 English Catholic teachers across the province, just over 97% of them voting to back strike action. The union says they're still not in a legal strike position yet, but if the province doesn't back down, they will walk away. Elected now the third of the big four teachers unions threatening to step away from the classroom. Public high school teachers are in a legal position to picket as of Monday, but they have still not given the mandatory 5-day notice. The elementary teachers union meantime could walk out in as little as 2 weeks. Education Minister Stephen Lecce, now in a tight spot, says he still hopes deals can be reached with all three unions, but adds strike threats don't help bring the sides any closer together. I'm Casey Taylor.
A 79-year-old woman has been taken to a trauma center after being struck by a vehicle in Mississauga. Police Constable Akil Mookin tells 680 News they were called to the intersection of Queensway and here, Ontario, around 6:15 Wednesday evening.
On arrival, our officers, along with Regional Paramedic Services, located an adult woman that was suffering from life-threatening injuries. And as a result of those injuries, she has been transported to a trauma center in life-threatening condition where she currently remains.
They say the driver remained at the scene. Northbound here, Ontario, has now reopened following an investigation.
680 News Time, 12:05. Toronto police investigating shots fired at a building in the Broadview and Dundas area. Police say they found several bullet holes in the window of a building at Monroe Street and Kintyre Avenue. No injuries have been reported, and there's no word on any suspects.
Metrolinx reportedly has no way to
51 division's always up in that shit too, eh?
The Up Express without paying a fare. The Toronto Star reports Metrolinx has yet to close a legal loophole that leaves the airport train outside of the agency's bylaws. This means Metrolinx has no authority to impose rules specific to the service and fine for fare evaders. The agency estimates it loses out on $400,000 a year in lost revenue. Metrolinx says it's working to close the loophole, but it is a complex task that will take time.
Drop the money.
A small, noisy, and at times chaotic protest took place outside the Sportsnet studios on Wednesday. Those taking part were angry with the decision to fire Don Cherry. 680's Mark Douglas was there.
There was one moment of violence here outside Sportsnet headquarters.
He's disturbing. This was peaceful until he got his nose in here, and you
One protester.
This was peaceful.
A protester in a brown hoodie grabbed and shoved a man in a black coat who appeared to be live streaming the rally. Some in the crowd had accused the man in the black coat of being an undercover police officer. Now, most people who came out to the rally denied Don Cherry did anything wrong when he made those "you people" comments on air. A few here, though, feel Grapes did cross a line.
You should have just said everybody wear a pop and support the troops. And you shouldn't have said, you even said last night on the news, I shouldn't have said you people. You just should have said everybody.
Sportsnet is owned by Rogers, as
is
my
radio
hashtag.
Station.
Outside Sportsnet headquarters, I'm Mark Douglas.
These guys get like 70, 80 years old to go crazy, racist, and homosexual. They start smoking crack and shit.
Poverty reduction strategy. It's a 20-year plan that focuses on housing, transit equity, and quality of jobs and income. Another item is the city's parkland strategy, which looks to ensure Toronto's parks grows and evolves to support the needs of residents.
680 News Time, 12:07. The City of Toronto's winter operations team got an early start thanks to the week's snowstorm and frigid temperatures. The storm hit a couple days before the annual Winter Ready News Conference. The head of the city's roads team, Vince Ferrazza, says his team has proven it's good to go.
We have more than 1,500 personnel, contractors, and city staff on standby 24/7 throughout the entire winter season. They can be ready to go quickly and are responsible for clearing about 5,600 kilometers of road across Toronto.
The city's Plow Location web app has also been updated and will be activated on the 1st of December. City staff are also monitoring what's happened below the street since cold weather and rapid temperature swings can cause an increase in water main breaks.
Here with All News Radio 680 News, it is 12:08. A massive new Italian food hall has just opened up in the heart of the downtown core, and 680's Richard Southern has a review of Italy.
A foodie experience like no other. It has opened in the Manulife Center. It's a massive 50,000 square feet over 3 floors. It's like an Italian food court on steroids. Basically an indoor market with stalls making and selling authentic Italian food. Everything from fresh-made pasta to fresh-baked focaccia. There's an authentic Italian cafe, 2 sit-down restaurants, even a cooking school. It employs 450 people. It's big, impressive, but also expensive. Is it what Toronto needs right now? Mayor John Tory.
I'm not about to start saying that we don't want investment. We're going to turn away hundreds of jobs and turn away an attraction that I think is going to be great for tourists and people who live here.
You'll admit it is only for a certain clientele, though, right, Mayor?
There are all kinds of stores that appeal to all kinds of people, and that's what Toronto's all about.
Be prepared for big lines
It is,
if you want to
dude.
check out
It's all about the
Richard Southern
retail
680
here.
News.
In 30 seconds, we'll check on the price at the pumps.
680 News Time, 12:09.
And this new segment brought to you by Bay Blue Radio.
680 News.
Toronto. A special speaker on what makes a speaker special. Vince Bertsazy, president and founder of Totem Acoustic, is coming to Bay Blue Radio.
Listen and learn this Friday and Saturday as Vince introduces extraordinary new models that hit all the right notes.
Exciting demonstrations, expert advice, and yes, Black Friday pricing on world-class sound from right here in Canada.
There's one Bay Blue Radio. The right sound for the right price.
At the 680 News gas price update, and Pro predicting the price will go up, or did rather go up 1 cent about 10 minutes ago at midnight. Now sitting at $1.15.9 cents a liter. In 60 seconds, traffic and weather. 680 News Time, 12:10.
Questions about your furnace? Call on Reliance Home Comfort. Daniel asks, will closing vents in some rooms help save on energy costs? Actually, this could make your system work harder and increase costs. If you're spending a lot to heat your home, replacing your furnace might be the best option. Right now, get our featured furnace and pay no interest for 24 months. Plus, you'll get a free Google Home Hub. And ask about our next day or we pay $500 installation guarantee when you need help fast.
Reliance.
Conditions apply. Financing OAC. See website for details.
Need more dough for your bakery?
ThinkingCapital.ca/radio.
Want to give your beauty salon a makeover?
ThinkingCapital.ca/radio.
Does your auto shop need a boost?
ThinkingCapital.ca/radio.
Whatever small business you run, they can help. Apply for a small business loan today at thinkingcapital.ca/radio. You could receive up to $300,000 in as little as 24 hours.
ThinkingCapital.ca/radio.
It's just that easy.
680 News Time, 12:11. Traffic and weather together on the ones. Here's Greg here.
Couple problems out there, Scott. This report brought to you by Enercare. One of them is cleared, southbound 427 south of the 409. We had a stalled vehicle taking up quite a few lanes here. It's now gone. So these delays that we were seeing through here should start to dissipate. And now we just have the transfer as you approach Rathburn on the southbound 427 from Express to Collectors. They're working in the left lane construction. 3 left lanes of maintenance going on over top the Burlington Skyway if you're Toronto bound. So just a single right lane getting through. Northbound 427 north of Burnham Thorpe. The transfer here from Express to Collectors is completely closed. And then on the ramp to the westbound 401 traveling north on the 427 down to a single lane because of construction. Westbound QEW at the 427 down to a single lane through here because of construction as well. And before this on the westbound Gardner as you approach the 427, the right lane now blocked. It does seem like it is a crash. So a GO bus is involved here and some other vehicles. Tows are on the scene, emergency crews are on the scene, people slowing down to take a look. Otherwise, just some ramps that are blocked. The Avenue ramps to the east 401 closed. The northbound Leslie and North Avenue ramps to the westbound 401 are shut down. No exiting onto the Yorkdale ramp from the westbound 401 this morning. That ramp's blocked. And the Dufferin ramp is closed to the westbound 401 as well. Call the HVAC Whisperers at Enercare today and get $40 off a furnace repair call. Enercare, no one understands your heating and cooling system better. Terms and conditions apply. Your next report is at 12:21. The forecast with Adam Stiles.
Light snow to kick off the morning. Looks like a trace to a centimeter, possibly 2 in the northern parts of the GTA. Cloudy through midday and a high of 0 in the forecast. Only wind chill near -3. As we head
Seriously, I
overnight, we're
can
down
see
to
my
-3
comment
for
that
a
I'm
morning
reading, so I
low.
know
It'll be
you're
cloudy
changing
during the
words
day
and letters and
tomorrow.
shit.
Daytime highs happen early in the day at 3 degrees. Temperatures fall throughout the afternoon. We'll see a couple of flurries late into the day as we're waiting for some colder air to come moving through. We'll be here for Saturday. Today, it's a high of 0 on the forecast.
Meantime, right now in downtown Toronto, we're sitting at an overcast sky with a -1 as the temperature, feeling like -6 with that wind chill. At Pearson this hour, overcast and -2, feeling like -8. Remember, 680 News, the only Toronto radio station with a weather guarantee. And our jackpot today, $6,200 for your chance of that cash. Head to 680news.com/contests. Another hotel chain doing away with those cute little toiletry bottles.
Hyatt Hotels is removing small bottles from its bathrooms in an effort to reduce waste. The Chicago-based company says it's shifting to large, multi-use bottles for shampoo, conditioner, bath gel, and lotion at its 875 hotels worldwide. The transition to be completed by June of 2021. It's also cutting down on the use of plastic water bottles at meetings and events and increasing the number of water stations at hotels so guests can refill their own bottles. Marriott International and IHG, the owner of Holiday Inn, have already announced similar plans. Daria Albinger, ABC News.
Coming up in 60 seconds, we'll recap your headlines, and the Raptors look like they're, hopefully, fingers crossed, don't want to jinx it, running away with it in Portland. We'll have the details for you straight ahead in 680 Sports. 680 News Time, 12:14.
For big or small paint projects, the Home Depot is here to help save you money. Here you'll find top quality paint at warehouse prices. That's low prices every day on every gallon of high quality Behr paint, stains, and primers. And Pro Extra members can earn 10 to 20% back in rewards on qualifying Behr paint purchases. How much are you really paying per gallon? The Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Minimum spend required. See in store for details.
Introducing Festival in downtown Vaughan. Live.
Interesting gamble for fare baiters on the Union at Pearson Express. The Toronto Star reports that Metrolinx has yet to close a legal loophole that leaves the airport train outside of the agency's bylaws, which means they cannot fine fare baiters on the F Express. 680 News Time, 12:15. Now 680 Sports brought to you by North Toronto.
I swear, tomorrow I'm going to go ride that train all fucking day.
Here is your dresser. Scott just went final in Portland. Raptors picked up a 114-106 win over the Blazers thanks to Pascal Siakam. Spicy B, just ridiculous. 36 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists, while Fred VanVleet poured in 30 points for the Raptors, who have guaranteed themselves a winning road trip. They're right now 3-1 on this 5-game roadie. The Islanders were 2 for 3 on the power play in their 5-4 home win over the Maple Leafs. Toronto was 0 for 2 with the man advantage. The special teams continue to be an issue for Mike Babcock's team through a quarter of the season.
The bottom line is we're through 20 games now. And when you evaluate what we've done in 20 games, we don't like it as a group. So we think we can get better.
Babcock's team is in the bottom half of the league in both the PP and the PK. Cabinet, Nylander, Hall, and Tavares scored for the Maple Leafs in their 3rd straight loss. And Jacob deGrom of the Mets has been named the National League Cy Young Award winner for the 2nd straight year, while Houston's Justin Verlander won his 2nd AL Cy Young Award. Sports at 15 and 45 past every hour, or anytime in the home at Timmins and now on radio and TV. Sportsnet 590 The Fan. 680 News Time, 12:17.
It's SUV month at North Toronto Auction, featuring all makes and sizes that fit your lifestyle and budget. Friday at noon is salvage, non-runners, and small equipment. Then Saturday, up to 600 vehicles, plus municipal equipment and recreational vehicles. Every car, pickup, van, and SUV now comes with a 30-day warranty. 5 cash draws for $100 at 9 a.m. and $1,000 draw at the end of the auction. For loads of excitement, visit NorthTorontoAuction.com. That's North Toronto Auction. SaveUpNowAuction.com.
Here's to spending holiday time with family and not letting financial stress get in the way. Here's to getting the loan you need and taking control of your finances. At Easy Financial, we can help when banks aren't an option this holiday season with loans up to $35,000. Plus, from November 18th to 23rd, get no interest on the last 6 months of your loan. Apply online in minutes at easyfinancial.com or at over 300 locations. Conditions apply. Easy Financial. Better tomorrows.
680 News Time, 12:18. Day one of public testimony wrapping up in the Democrats' impeachment inquiry of U.S. President Donald Trump.
The highest-ranking American diplomat in Ukraine, William Taylor, revealed an aide overheard a phone conversation. President Trump was asking EU Ambassador Gordon Sondland about the investigations. Taylor says the aide asked Sondland what President Trump thought about Ukraine.
Sondland responded that President Trump cares more about the investigations of Biden.
At the White House, President Trump says he doesn't recall the phone conversation.
I know nothing about that. First time I've heard it.
Republicans like Jim Jordan say Democrats have no more than second and third-hand knowledge.
American people see through all this. They understand the facts support the president. They understand this process is unfair. And they see through the whole darn sham.
Chair Adam Schiff says the inquiry will affect the future of the presidency.
What kind of conduct or misconduct the American people may come to expect from their commander-in-chief.
Ed Donahue, Washington.
680 News Time at 12:19. We have breaking news this hour from Mississauga, where a car has struck a sidewalk plow in a case of suspected impaired driving. It happened at Credit View in Britannia around 11:30 on Wednesday night. The plow rolled over. The driver of the plow taken to hospital with minor injuries. The driver of the car was taken into custody for impaired driving offenses.
A car knocked over a
Coming up
plow.
in 60 seconds, we'll check traffic and weather together on the ones. 680 News Time, 12:20.
Looking for a way to stand out on the road? The best in luxury performance SUVs just got better. The 2020 Jaguar F-Pace and Jaguar E-Pace have arrived. For a limited time, lease the 2020 Jaguar F-Pace for $548 per month for 42 months with $6,000 down at 3.9%. Visit your Greater Toronto Area Jaguar authorized retailer today for details. Hurry, offer ends December 2nd.
There's a reason you look people in the eyes when you shake their hand. A reason you don't like being late for meetings and hate missing deadlines. It's why you put your customers first and pick your partners wisely. Because you know, in business, reputation is everything. Trust your reputation to FedEx for all of your international shipping needs. Express, ground, and freight. Visit FedEx.ca/reason. FedEx, connecting people and possibilities.
12:21. Traffic and weather together on the ones. Checking your drive this morning. Craig Gear.
This report brought to you by Transat. Well, it looks like most of our routes are back up to speed now, so that's great news. But we have some snow removal happening on the southbound 404, anywhere from Queensville Side Road. It looks like you're delayed all the way down to, it looks like Davis Drive now, and it continues. It looks like we might have a second crew now just south of, where are they? Aurora Road, and they are working as you approach, looks like Stouffville Road now. So a bit of delay on the southbound 400. I believe it's snow removal anyway. We have some problems out there as well on the westbound QEW at the 427. A single lane open through here because of construction. And then before that on the westbound Gardner, we have a crash cleanup underway approaching the 427. Right lane is blocked here, but not causing some major issues, just people slowing down to take a look at what's going on here. The rest is construction. Toronto-bound QEW over top the Burlington Skyway. 3 left lanes are blocked this morning. We have the transfer on the northbound 427 north of Burnhamthorpe from Express to Collectors completely closed. And then also on the ramp to the westbound 401 from the northbound 427. We're down to a single lane through here. It was causing delays earlier, but everyone's moving nice and speedy and through the single file construction here. It's not too bad. Westbound 401, we had the northbound Leslie, North Avenue ramps to the highway closed. The Duffin ramps to the west 401 are also blocked, and the Avenue ramps to the eastbound 401 also shut down for overnight construction. Off the highways, we have some lanes blocked here at Britannia and Credit View in Mississauga. This is for a collision and police investigation. Transat's Family Time promo is on now. Save up to 40% on South packages if you book by November 17th. Book at transat.com. Transat Vacation is calling. Your next report is at 12:31 with the forecast. Here's Adam Stiles.
Let's note for the early morning,
It looks like daytime highs today settling in at 0 in terms of any accumulation. Looks like we'll see a trace to 2 centimeters depending on where you are in the GTA areas to the north and to the east. Could see a little bit more. We'll find a high of 0 and a mainly cloudy afternoon. Overnight, temperatures dropping to -3 during the day tomorrow. 3 in the forecast and cloudy. Winds will shift late into the afternoon as colder air moves through. A couple of lake effect flurries as we're going to see a brief round of lake effect snow as those winds are shifting to the north. Then we're going to drop to -12 to start things off on Saturday morning. Could be a potential record low. Winds are out of the east during the day on Saturday with a mainly sunny sky and a high temperature of only -5. Today it's a high of 0 in the forecast.
Right now in downtown Toronto, we've got an overcast sky -1, feeling like -6. Pearson overcast at -2. The wind chill making it feel like -8. 6:80 news time, 12:24.
Rexall can help make father-daughter shopping more rewarding.
Oh, hey, Dad, look, it's bonus air miles weekend. 100 bonus miles when you spend $70. That's pretty good.
Yeah, well, too bad we're only here to pick up deodorant and toothpaste, because I do love my bonus miles.
Well, if you kindly follow me to the makeup aisle, I'm sure I can get us the $70 in no time.
This Friday to Sunday, get 100 air miles bonus miles when you spend $70 or more. Or get 60 bonus miles when you spend $50 or more. Visit Rexall.ca for details.
Hi, my name is Kevin Farr, member of Socks for Souls, and I am the 680 News Community Hero for November. Socks for Souls is 100% volunteer. It does service 178 different charities with clothing for people that are living on the streets. It's a needed item, and the charity itself is dedicated to supporting and supplying socks to all homeless people in the Toronto region.
The 680 News Community Hero. Nominate your hero now at 680news.com/contests.
This new segment brought to you by Imperial Carpet and Home. Despite technical problems, Disney says the rollout of its Disney Plus service was a huge success.
Millions tuned in to see the Star Wars series The Mandalorian and more. They said two are the best in the parsing. Disney says there have already been more than 10 million signups for Disney Plus, which launched Tuesday, which might explain why some people were having trouble streaming. The number's bigger than expected, and the website Apptopia says users watched 1.3 million hours of content, more than Amazon Prime and Roku combined. That's still way behind the 6 million hours streamed on Netflix, but an impressive first day start. Disney's the parent company of ABC News. Jason Abrams at ABC News, Hollywood.
Coming up in 60 seconds, we'll check into the business center with Richard Southern. 680 news time, 12:25.
Imperial Difference Carpet and Home closeout collections and designs. Up to 80% off. Pay no tax. Art for your floor, from their looms to your rooms. New merchandise every month at unbeatable prices. Shop the one and only Imperial Difference Carpet and Home, the largest rug manufacturer's gallery in the world. Make the trip to save thousands. One location only, 1177 Caledonia Road west of Dufferin, north of Lawrence. Go to imperialcarpetandhome.com.
Year after year, the Alta Group of Infinity dealers has won awards for customer satisfaction. They've also won awards for the number of Infinities they've sold. If you're shopping or need to service your vehicle, go where the customers are pleased and the vehicles are plentiful. Alta Infinity Woodbridge, 400 Infinity Innisfil, Infinity of Brampton, Canada's #1 volume Infinity Group. Go to altagroup.ca.
Part of the Zakin Auto Group.
Now the business report is Richard. A big winning Wednesday for Canadian and U.S. stocks. In fact, a record-breaking one. The TSX closed at an all-time high for a second day running. It was up 48 points, 16,957. The Bay Street benchmark up 18.5% on the year now. Home Capital Group led the way. That stock jumping 14 1/3% on a big stock buyback and better than expected earnings. We also had Shopify adding more than 11%. To the downside, it was Canada's stocks. We had Kronos falling 7.6% as it recorded a larger than expected loss in its latest quarter, totaling almost $24 million. On Wall Street, the Dow up 92 points to 27,783. That's a record close, and Disney was the big reason. Shares in the entertainment conglomerate rocketing up more than 7% on news that some 10 million people signed up for its new streaming platform in just 24 hours. Canada Goose in with earnings. The stock fell 11%, $34.78, even though it said it saw revenue in Asia moving higher despite the Hong Kong protests. Big sign of the times, the #1 milk company in North America has declared bankruptcy. Dean Foods citing a big drop-off in milk consumption as the reason. Since 1975, the amount of milk consumed per capita in the States has tumbled more than 40% as consumers choose other beverages, but also as they pass on breakfast cereal. Dean Foods says it may sell itself to the Dairy Farmers of America, a market co-op owned by thousands of farmers. Cannabis stocks, meantime, took a bit of a hit. Another one, Kronos down almost 8% on disappointing earnings. Price of gold shining a bit brighter, up almost $10 to $1,463 the ounce. Oil higher, up to $57.12. Loonie a little bit weaker, Canadian dollar to 75.46 cents US. Your top stories straight ahead on 680 News.
Black Friday 101 from Sleep Country. Getting across the bigness of this event starts with giving it a really exciting name.
Black Friday Bonanza!
Bigger.
Black Friday Sleep Extravaganza!
Keep going.
The Sleep Country Ultimate Black Friday Door-Busting Sleep Extravaganza Spectacular!
Nailed it. Beat the rush at Sleep Country with spectacular door-busting Black Friday deals. And our sleep experts will match you to your best sleep. Plus, get a Hot Buy Queen mattress for just $349. Shop online or in store. Sleep Country. All for sleep.
Did you know there's a fast way to send money abroad? It's called Xoom. 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 The money transfer app from PayPal that lets you send money abroad fast at amazing rates. Send money directly to bank accounts or for cash pickup at thousands of locations around the world. Don't go to the store and wait in line to send money. Download the Xoom app today and send money right from your phone. Money go Xoom.
Making your smart speaker even smarter.
Alexa, play 680 News.
Playing 680 News.
For Kate and Lee, I'm Scott Burnett. Have a great morning. It's 12:30.
#1 for news in Toronto. This is 680 News.
Good morning. This is Thursday, the 14th of November. I'm Asher Roth.
And I'm Eden Debaba. Here's what's making news this hour.
Ontario's Catholic teachers vote to walk off the job, adding their voices to the chorus of educators now threatening to picket against provincial cuts. Police are investigating after discovering a home with a bullet hole in East Chinatown.
The PM continues its efforts to make nice with his political foes. He's sitting down with the leader of the NDP today.
It already looks like Christmas, and today it won't just be the weather getting you into the spirit. The annual tree lighting at the Eaton Center and the Distillery Christmas Market both on tap for today.
The Maple Leafs lose in Uniondale while the Raptors pick up a win in Portland. Sports at 45.
Interesting news on Tesla and its autopilot. The TSX drives itself to a record high close, and investors clamor to buy Disney. Business at 56.
680 News Time, 12:31.
It's time for traffic and weather together on the ones, and with Toronto's most frequent traffic reports. Good morning, Craig Gear.
Good morning, Ash, Asher, and Eden. This report is brought to you by Shoppers Drug Mart. We have some delays. You could be in a salty mood if you're traveling southbound on the 404. It looks like we have some plow crews traveling down this highway. So backed up as you approach Davis Drive through Newmarket. And then once you approach Richmond Hill and it looks like Elgin Mills now, it looks like these crews are slowly convoying their way down the 404 right now. Onto the DVP, it looks good. Onto the westbound Gardner, everything is great until you get just west of Kipling and approaching the 427. We have a stalled GO bus and some other vehicles here. Heavy tows are on the scene. They're blocking the right lane, but it's not too terrible going through here. We have construction at the 427 on the westbound QEW now, down to a single lane through this stretch. It was causing some delays, but it looks pretty good going through here now. From northbound 427, the ramp to the westbound 401, also an area where we're down to a single lane getting through this construction zone was causing problems, but it's not anymore. And again, with a single lane on the Toronto QE over top the Burlington Skyway, you've got a single right lane getting by, but again, no delays. It's not a terrible drive at this time. Off the highways, we have some lanes blocked at Britannia and Credit View. This is for a crash investigation. Saturday, November 16th, get 20 times the PC Optimum points when you spend $50 or more on almost anything at Shoppers Drug Mart. Restrictions apply. Details in store. Your next report at 12:41 with the forecast. Here's Adam Stiles.
Light snow to start off the morning during the morning drive could cause some slower than normal conditions. Untreated road surfaces obviously going to be the slick spots, but the salt should hold up. Daytime highs today settling in at 0 with a cloudy midday. Winds are going to be fairly light. They'll be out of the southwest 10 to 20 kilometers per hour. So we're only looking at wind chill in the afternoon between -3 and -5. Today's high, 0.
Right now in downtown Toronto, overcast 0 degrees, but feeling like -6 with the wind chill. And over at Pearson Airport, cloudy -2, feeling like -8. 680 News Time, 12:33.
Can the province's public high school teachers find common ground with the province? They will try, as the Ontario Secondary School Teachers Federation gets set to sit down with the Ford government in an effort to avoid job action today. They'll be in a legal strike position as of Monday, but Union President Harvey Bischoff says his members will not hit the picket line on that day.
Meantime, these negotiations come just a day after the province's Catholic school teachers threatened job action on Wednesday. 680's Casey Taylor joins us now with more.
Just over 97% of the union's 45,000 members voting in favor of strike action. Elected, those still not in a legal strike position yet, but if the province doesn't budge significantly, they say they will walk off the job. A strong message to Education Minister Stephen Lecce, who in a statement says he still wants a deal, accusing the union of escalating tensions at the table. As meantime, also as public high school teachers inch closer to their own legal strike date this Monday, but have yet to give the mandatory 5-day notice, elementary teachers could start to picket in as little as 2 weeks. The province now trying to pressure teachers away from simultaneous picketing, saying Ontario's families want predictability, not strikes, especially so close to the holiday. I'm Casey Taylor.
680 News Time, 12:34. Police are investigating a late-night shooting in East Chinatown. Shots rang out at around 10 last night on Monroe Street. That's near Dundas and the Don Valley Parkway. Officers arrived to find a townhouse with a bullet hole, but have located no victims. There's no word yet on any suspect descriptions.
A 79-year-old woman is in hospital after being struck by a vehicle in Mississauga. Emergency crews were called to the Huron, Ontario and Queensway area around 6:15 yesterday evening. Peel police say the woman suffered life-threatening injuries. The driver and vehicle remained at the scene.
A Brampton man accused of killing his 2 sons will return to court today. Edwin Bastidas is facing 2 counts of first-degree murder in connection with the deaths of his sons, 12-year-old Jonathan and 9-year-old Nicholas. The 2 boys were found dead in their Hibberton Crescent home last Wednesday. The cause of death has yet to be revealed. The 52-year-old is scheduled to appear at 9 this morning.
680 News Time, 12:35. NDP leader Jagmeet Singh will be meeting with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau in Ottawa today. He says that he wants to see some of his party's policy platforms reflected in the Trudeau government's upcoming throne speech, and adds he's not going to decide whether to support it until he sees what's in it.
I'm keeping an open mind, and I'm not drawing any lines in the sand, but I'm making it really clear. I am prepared to vote against, our party's prepared to vote against, if it doesn't reflect the important things that Canadians sent us here to do.
Trudeau has been meeting this week with his opposition rivals as he prepares for the next sitting of Parliament, which will begin December 5th with the election of a new House of Commons Speaker, followed by the throne speech.
Mayor John Tory's executive committee will debate the city's new poverty reduction strategy when it gathers for its monthly meeting this morning. The 20-year action plan was approved earlier this month. It focuses on housing, job quality, and transit equity. Also on the agenda, the city's Parkland strategy, which aims to ensure that Toronto's park system grows and evolves to support local residents' needs. And also a new funding model for Toronto community housing that will be on the docket. The meeting gets underway at 9:30 this morning.
You're listening to All News Radio 680 News. Day 1 of the public impeachment inquiry into President Donald Trump brought forward new evidence. The top U.S. diplomat in Ukraine, Bill Taylor, testified that Trump was overheard asking about political investigations in exchange for military aid. Well, maybe Mary
Taylor brought with him new information, raising new questions about the president's personal involvement. Taylor indicating that Trump himself was checking in to see whether Ukraine was launching those investigations. Taylor explaining he recently learned that just 1 day after the president's phone call with Ukrainian President Zelensky, Trump followed up with the U.S. ambassador to the EU, Gordon Sondland, the Trump mega donor who had become his point man on Ukraine.
Democrats say the evidence reveals the president abusing his office and the power of American foreign policy for personal gain.
You're listening to All News Radio 680 News at 12:37. Peel Police are reminding drivers doing donuts in a parking lot is not allowed. It comes after reports of a vehicle that was doing just that in a lot near Wolfdale Road and Central Parkway, just south of Burnhamthorpe in Mississauga, just before 8 yesterday evening. Constable Akil Mukin says the vehicle apparently caught fire. The driver tried to get away, but didn't get far before needing to ditch that vehicle and take off.
We do have several questions for them in regards to why, first and foremost, they would be doing this and what exactly happened that would have led to their vehicle catching on fire.
Mukin says the flames were quickly put out, but the driver was already gone by the time police arrived. Anyone with information is asked to reach out to police.
Ready or not, the holiday season is nearly upon us. The Hudson's Bay store downtown will be giving a sneak peek of its 2019 holiday window display today. Mayor John Tory, as well as the country music group The Reclaws, will be on hand for the event at 7 this morning.
I guess I'm not
It's the fourth year the store has put on the event, and later in the evening you can head to the Eaton Center next door, where the mall will be lighting its iconic Christmas tree.
p.m. until December 22nd. That means, remember, it's not open on Mondays. Coming up in 30 seconds, we will check your gas prices. 680 News Time, 12:39. Well, Jack, it's just us big old pumpkins left on this muddy country lane.
You're no pumpkin. You're just a scrawny 2-pound gourd.
Well, Jack, we have the same squash DNA, you know.
Wait, is there a Subaru coming to pick us up?
It sure is. With standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Whoa, what an adventure this will be! You're finally going to be a jack-o'-lantern, Jack.
And you're going to be a bland side dish.
Adventure comes standard at your local Subaru dealer. Hurry in for lease and finance rates from 0.5%.
Now, the 680 News gas price update. Emperor says the price of gas went up 1 cent at midnight to just under $1.16 a liter at most GTA stations. 680 News Time, 12:40.
Last chance. Midnight tomorrow is the Princess Margaret Home Lottery early bird deadline. Don't miss our world-famous $1.3 million early bird prize. A spectacular cottage in Muskoka, built by Linwood, plus $50,000 cash. All this could be yours. Time is running out. The early bird deadline is midnight tomorrow. Tickets at princessmargaretlotto.com.
Yeah, you all dressed? Oh, hey, would you mind taking it to the kitchen? It looks really heavy. Well, it's a small pizza. Could you, please? All right. Hey, nice kitchen. Yeah, I did the renos myself. Really? Wow.
It's okay to be proud of your renos.
Until Wednesday at Rona, save 20% on bathroom furniture, faucets, showers, and more. Plus, if you find an appliance at a lower price, we'll match it and take off 10%. Conditions apply.
680 News Time, 12:41. Time for traffic and weather. Together on the ones, here is Craig Gear.
This report is brought to you by Jaguar Land Rover, and we're looking at some construction out there. A couple of their issues. Westbound on the QEW, the 427, just you got a single lane getting through here. It's all because of construction work, but good news, no delays anymore. Before this, on the westbound Gardner, as you approach the 427, the right lane's still blocked here. Looks like we have a stalled bus and some other vehicles getting ready to be towed away. Tows are on the scene. Emergency crews are on the scene too. Just the right lane blocked, and it's not really causing a big deal. On the northbound 410 at the 401 in the express, left lane blocked. Southbound 410, it's at Derry. The HOV and left lane is closed. Southbound 427, as you approach Rathburn, the transfer from express to collectors, they're working in the left lane here. And northbound 427 north of Burnhamthorpe, the transfer here from express to collectors is completely shut down. Also on the ramp to the westbound 401, 401, just a single lane moving through this bit of maintenance as well. Eastbound, or the Avenue ramps to the eastbound 401 closed off. We also have the northbound Leslie, northbound Avenue ramps to the westbound 401 shut down. No access to the Yorkdale ramp from the west 401, and the Dufferin ramps to the highway are also closed. And they've taken 2 left lanes away through the express at Weston now on the westbound 401. Experience the iconic performance and head-turning design of the Range Rover Sport or the Range Rover Velar now. Visit your Land Rover authorized retailer for offers on remaining 2019 models. Your next report is at 12:51, and with the forecast, here's Adam Stiles.
Light snow for the morning drive. Looks like a trace to 2 centimeters. 2 centimeters likely across the north and eastern parts of the GTA. A little lake enhancement with the southwest wind. High of 0 in the forecast. Wind chill during the day tomorrow at -3 in the afternoon because we're going to see light wind. We'll see temperatures that drop to -3 to start things off for the morning hours on Friday underneath a cloudy sky. We'll hit a high temperature of 3 degrees by the midday and then into the late afternoon. The cold front moves through and the temperatures start to drop. A couple of lake effect flurries possible when that happens, but we do stay dry for most of the day on Friday. Today it's a high of 0 in the forecast.
And right now in downtown Toronto, we have got an overcast sky. It is currently a chilly 0. Feeling like -6 with the wind. And at Pearson Airport, we've currently got similar conditions. It's -2, feeling like -8. Your top stories in sports with George Russick. Straight ahead, 680 News Time, 12:44.
At Rogers, a new year means new possibilities for your business. When you choose business-grade internet solutions, keep your internet constantly connected with our wireless LTE backup network. And for a limited time, get Rogers Business Internet Pro Gigabit plus Office 365 for just $119.99 a month on a 3-year term. Don't miss out. Call 1-866-ROGERS-6 or visit rogers.com/internet for biz. Rogers, make more for your business possible.
You can make more.
Some things just don't fit. Like a car that doesn't suit your lifestyle. That's why Toyota offers the fun-to-drive Corolla with available winter features like heated seats and heated side mirrors. Find the Toyota that's right for you. Lease the 2020 Corolla L for as low as $57 weekly at 2.99% APR for 52 months with $0 down, or finance at 0.49% APR for 36 months. Visit your local Ontario Toyota dealer or get your Toyota.ca. Some conditions apply.
This is All News Radio, 680 News.
It's overcast, 0, feeling like -6 with the wind. Good morning from the 680 News Broadcast Center in downtown Toronto. I'm Asher Rod. Thanks for joining us. Here are the top stories this hour. The Ford government's attempts to quell unrest among Ontario teachers continues today as negotiations resume with the Ontario Secondary School Teachers Federation, who will be in a legal strike position on Monday. This comes a day after over 97% of the union representing Ontario's Catholic school teachers voted in favor
This is the third fucking teachers
striking.
union.
As he continues to try to make allies ahead of his first
We knew it
attempt
was
today,
coming
minority
about.
government Prime Minister Justin Trudeau will sit down with NDP leader Jagmeet Singh today. This comes ahead of the throne speech scheduled for December the 5th. Singh says he is willing to listen to that throne speech but won't support it unless his recommendations are in it. Still to come on 680 News.
You could have a chance to pay for a piece of art that resembles the original Mona Lisa. Details coming up.
Resembles? I could draw you a picture that resembles that. I've seen hundreds of pictures that resemble that. Jesus Christ.
The Leafs fall on the island. The Maple Leafs lost 5-4 in Uniondale to the Islanders. New York was 2 for 3 on the power play, handing the Leafs their 3rd straight loss. Kapanen, Hall, Tavares, and Nylander scored for Toronto. Nylander says they recognize their weaknesses through a quarter of the season.
Well, I think we know where we can be, and I feel like we're getting better. The group is growing, so I think we just gotta keep the pedal down and keep focused.
Freddie Anderson made 25 saves in the losing effort for the Maple Leafs, who were 9-7-4 through 20 games. Pascal Siakam was just too much for the Blazers to handle in Portland. Now Rodney Hood picks him up. Dribbles in the paint with 3 to shoot, fades away and puts it in.
32 for Siakam. Siakam scored a game-high 36 points in the Raptors' 114-106 win over the Trailblazers. Spicy P added 6 boards and 3 assists for Toronto, who is now 3-1 on this 5-game roadie, and also got 30 from Fred VanVleet. And Astros ace Justin Verlander won the American League Cy Young Award, while Jacob deGrom of the Mets captured his second straight NL Cy Young Award. Sports at 15 and 45 past every hour or anytime on the home of Tim and Sid, now on radio and TV. Sportsnet 590 The Fan. 680 News Time, 1247.
Is your uniform supplier letting you down? Missing deadlines? Out of stock? I'm Jasper Arn, president of Entropy.com. We do logoed uniforms, and we do them quickly. 5-day order completion guaranteed. We also create free uniform e-stores to get your employees fitted faster. All this with no inventory, no contracts, and no administration requirements. Let us help you rethink your uniform program. Visit us at Entropy.com. That's ENTRIPY.com.
I tell my mom everything. The big stuff, like how my business is taking off. And the little stuff, like how avocados have really grown on me, even though I used to freak out when she gave them to me as a kid. Sorry, Mom. I tell my mom everything, even though she's been gone for 3 years. I visit her grave every week, and I never run out of things to talk about.
Love can live on after you're gone. At Mount Pleasant Group, we've been honoring memories for nearly 200 years. Visit MountPleasantGroup.com.
In 680's Health and Lifestyle News at 1248, a new poll suggests 3/4 of Canadians would like to see more regulations or even a temporary ban on vaping. Tom Walsh of City News took to the streets of Vancouver to ask what people think.
I suppose if it was banned tomorrow, I wouldn't be upset about that.
Until it's been tested far more, I think it's pretty dangerous.
So far, Health Canada has confirmed 2 cases of vaping-related illnesses in Quebec and investigating 2 more in New Brunswick and 3 in British Columbia. And it doesn't stop there. In September, Massachusetts banned all vaping products from its state, with U.S. doctors this week completing the first double lung transplant on a teen suffering from vaping-related illnesses.
So this is something that I personally, this is an evil that I haven't faced before.
I'm not an organ donor.
There is no doubt about it.
And a poll also says 57% of Canadians would like to see a complete ban of vaping altogether. 680 News Time, 1249. In Paris, France, an exhibit at the Louvre is marking the 500th anniversary of Leonardo da Vinci's death. And an auction house in the City of Light is celebrating the famed artist by selling a replica of one of his most famous paintings. You might have heard of it.
It could be a small price to pay for a piece of art that resembles the original. A Paris auction house is selling a 17th century copy of the famous Mona Lisa, not the real one that hangs in the Louvre. And this one is not painted by Leonardo da Vinci, but a high-quality copy of the painting. Its estimated value between 70 and 80,000 euros. Another 17th century copy of the Mona Lisa sold earlier this year at Sotheby's in New York. That one, painted by a follower of da Vinci's, fetched $1.69 million US. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
In 60 seconds, a check of the roads in your extended forecast. 680
I can
News
sell
Time,
you fake artwork. I didn't know you wanted fake artwork.
Wireless solutions like iPhone XR 64 gig. Now $0 on a 3-year business share plan. Visit Rogers.com/plans-for-biz.
You can make more. When I opened my bakery, I was over the moon. But the constant paperwork brought me back down to earth. Then, things got easier when I opened the RBC Digital Choice Business Account Package with unlimited features like electronic debit and credit transactions, Moneris, and mobile check deposits. Now, I spend less time sifting through business transactions and more time sifting flour for my heavenly butter tarts.
Visit RBC.com/less-hassle and make things easier with the RBC Digital Choice Business Account Package.
At Rogers, get business-grade wireless solutions like iPhone XR 64 gig. Now $0 on a 3-year business share plan. Visit Rogers.com/plans-for-biz.
You can make more.
680 News Time, 1251. Time for traffic and weather together with Craig.
The
This report is brought to you by Shoppers Drug Mart. So we had some problems clear. It was a stalled go bus on the westbound Gardner as you approach the 427 block in the right lane. Gone. Westbound QEW at the 427. Just a single lane getting by here for construction, but it's not causing any issues. In fact, all the routes right now are up to pretty much back up to speed now. We have the Avenue ramps to the east 401 still closed. Northbound Leslie, North Avenue, and the Dufferin ramps to the westbound 401 all shut down. The ramp to Yorkdale is also closed. This is all for overnight construction. We have a transfer lane closed on the northbound 427 north of Burnham Thorpe. The transfer from Express to Collectors closed off. Down to a single lane on the ramp to the westbound 401 from the northbound 427. This is also because of construction going on. And also down to a single right lane over top the Burlington Skyway Toronto bound, also because of overnight maintenance. Off the highways, Britannia and Credit View. We had a crash here and it's blocking some lanes as they investigate. It's time for your annual flu shot. To get yours, simply visit your nearest Shoppers Drug Mart. Protect yourself. Getting vaccinated is your best defense against the flu, subject to availability. Your next report is at 101 with the forecast, Adam Stiles.
Light snow to start off the day. A couple of rounds of snow showers leave us with a trace to 2 centimeters of accumulation. Daytime highs today near 0. We'll find a cloudy sky through midday, peaks of sunshine in the afternoon. Overnight, not cooling off a great deal, down to -3. Tomorrow high +3 in the forecast, and cloudy through midday, and then temperatures start to drop in the afternoon as the cold front moves through. We may see a few brief lake effect flurries. Then we're down to -12 to start things off on Saturday morning. Could be a record low temperature. Sunshine during the day Saturday, but cool, -5 in the forecast. Sunday, mix of sun and cloud. To Clouds Parade, I'm expecting temps to be around -1. Today, we're heading up to a high temperature of 0.
Right now, it is 0 in downtown Toronto under an overcast
Zero
sky. It feels like
game.
-6, and at Pearson Airport, a little bit cooler, -2, feeling like -8, also under an overcast sky.
This extended forecast is brought to you by Toronto's Christmas music station. Santa's back in Toronto this Sunday, and so's your all-Christmas music station. The festive fun begins at noon this Sunday, only on 98.1 CHFI.
Coming up at 1 o'clock, 4 days before they are in a legal strike position, the Ontario Secondary School Teachers Federation looks to find common ground as they get set to sit down with the province today as unrest continues to mount among teachers against this progressive conservative government. That story and more coming up at the top of the hour, 680 News Time, 12:54.
Our Canadian winter is about to come down on us. With a visit to Mercedes-Benz Oakville Service Center, your Mercedes-Benz will be ready for the wintry drives home. Ask us to compare a set of Mercedes original winter tires versus all seasons. And when you're having your tires changed over, ask for a seasonal check of your battery, wipers, and so on. Handling the cold and icy roads means being able to properly see them too. Book your service appointment today at mboakville.ca or visit us on the QEW at Dorval Drive in Oakville.
Hi, my name is Kevin Farr, member of Socks for Souls, and I am the 680 News Community Hero for November. This charity is important to me because it allows a small group of individuals to give back to people that live on the street. But in addition to that, they support more than 178 other charities which wouldn't receive clothing. So it's quite critical to helping people that need clothing.
The 680 News Community Hero. Nominate your hero now at 680news.com/contests.
A rescued puppy is attracting plenty of attention because of his resemblance to a mythical creature. Nearly 10-week-old dog, nicknamed Narwhal, has a tail-like appendage growing from his forehead, so he looks like a unicorn. The pup was rescued over the weekend and sent to Jackson, Missouri Center, which specializes in fostering animals with special needs. Staff say Narwhal doesn't notice the extra tail and is otherwise a happy, healthy puppy.
How he doesn't know he's not supposed to have it?
Love crossword puzzles? Then you'll positively love our $10 instant crossword deluxe
He's a
ticket.
butthead. He's got a tail on his head.
He's
He's a fucking butthead.
More fun and a chance to win $250,000. Whether you're in your pajamas or on public transit, instant crossword is the perfect way to enjoy some me time.
The letter P can change everything. Pick up a $10 instant crossword deluxe ticket at your local lottery retailer, and you could win with words.
What the fuck is that?
Well, Jack, it's just us big old pumpkins left on this muddy country lane.
You're no pumpkin. You're just a scrawny 2-pound gourd.
Well, Jack, we have the same squash DNA, you know.
Wait, is that a Subaru coming to pick us up?
It sure is. With standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Oh, what an adventure this will be! You're finally going to be a jack-o'-lantern, Jack.
And you're going to be a bland side dish.
Adventure comes standard at your local Subaru dealer. Hurry in for lease and finance rates from 0.5%.
680 News on 1256. Now the biz, here's Rich.
We've heard some troubling stories involving Tesla's autopilot. This is the computer on those electric cars which can drive itself. We've seen some viral videos of Tesla drivers seemingly asleep at the wheel while the car is driving down the highway. Finally, though, a positive story here. A Tesla owner says his autopilot detected a group of little ducklings crossing the street and swerved to avoid them. Indeed, video shows the car doing just that. It's proof that Tesla's autopilot can safely navigate around objects. Speaking of the electric car maker,
so how did the other one hit a person in a bicycle?
The UK missed out on it because of Brexit. Anthony Acolia,
that shouldn't even look like a pedestrian.
Berlin will be the new site for the Gigafactory. To be building batteries. There'll also be a research and development center. In an interview with Auto Express, Tesla CEO Elon Musk said that Brexit made it too risky to put a Gigafactory in the UK. And so that was a big deal for Germany and certainly bad news for the UK.
Tesla stock down 1% today. It's up just 4% on the year. TSX drove its way to a record close. It was up 48 points. All-time high at 16,957. Home Capital Group up 14 1/3% on strong earnings. Shopify gaining more than 11% on the day. Price of gold certainly helped matters as it jumped almost $10 to $1,463 the ounce. On Wall Street, the Dow notched a record up 92 points to 27,783. Investors clamoring to buy Disney on news that it signed up some 10 million people for its video streaming service in just the first day of operations. Disney shares up 7 1/3%. S&P was up 2 points, the NASDAQ down 3. Canadian dollar 75.46 cents US. Top stories next on 680 News.
At Rogers, get business-grade internet solutions like Rogers Business Internet Pro Gigabit.
How many more shootings could there be in one night? Crazy, come on.
Je suis Frédéric Villefort, membre de la communauté haïtienne de France. Bien sûr, ce qui se passe en Haïti aujourd'hui, ça me concerne, ça vous concerne, et c'est pour ça que nous nous donnons rendez-vous le lundi 18 novembre prochain, place de la République, à 17h, pour venir crier notre désaccord avec ce qui se passe en Haïti, parce que ce qui se passe en Haïti, cela nous touche, nous de la diaspora, nous, nos enfants, nos familles en Haïti. Moi, je dis tout le monde qui a suivi nous là, et un bel bonjour et bonsoir pour le monde qui côté le fait noir. Alors, actuellement, la situation au pays d'Haïti est critique, inacceptable. Parce que nous ne pouvons pas comprendre, pour nous gagner une équipe dirigeante, nous avons une équipe opposition, qui a tiré dans les pattes et puis le peuple a même absolu. Nous dit, Haïti a un problème système, c'est le système qui est pourri. Et moi-même, là, je dis système, je ne pas dire même gens avec slogan, dans bouche, bonne bourgeois et politiciens véreux, qui dit, et tirer quoi, bon, mettre comme. Moi-même, moi, pour nous avons un changement pour le peuple, dit qui modèle de société le voulait, qui l'école le voulait, qui pays le voulait, pour l'agriculture là, pour lui profitable pour tout le monde. C'est ça nous dit. Alors tout le monde qui dit non avec ça qui a passé à Haïti là, nous attendons lundi 18 novembre pour nous venir frapper pied. Place de la République à 17h pour nous soutenir. Place de la République à Paris pour nous soutenir. Population, pour nous soutenir les peuple haïtien qui dit non avec ingérence, pays étranger à faire, qui dit non avec politiciens corrompus, qui dit oui pour qu'on Haïti équitable, pour qu'on justice pour tout le monde, qui dit oui pour gagner un état de droit. Dans ce sens, nous dit tout le monde, nous attendons le 18 place de la République à Paris pour nous dire non avec ce qui a passé en Haïti. De toute façon, des crises très très dures pour le peuple haïtien. C'est dans ce sens-là, depuis Paris, nous saluons tout Haïtien, tout le monde qui est dans la diaspora haïtienne en France, quel que soit côté pour nous dire qu'il est important de nous indigner parce qu'il y a un journaliste qui est tombé, il y a plus de monde qui est déjà mort dans le pays. Nous avons un président qui ne va jamais dire rien, nous ne pas comme ça la faire, et nous espérons que la communauté a été mobilisée pour Jovenel parti, Jovenel démissionner. Ça, c'est le premier bagage là. C'est une raison ça qui fait, avec l'association Haïti Plus Juste, avec un pilote association dans la communauté haïtienne de France là, nous avons organisé une grande manifestation place de la République, date cap 18 novembre. 18 novembre, place de la République à Paris, à 17h. Nous attendons tout le monde. Notre objectif pour nous soutenir le mouvement peuple haïtien, notre objectif pour nous soutenir la revendication peuple haïtien, qui c'est bataille contre la corruption, bataille contre le gouvernement Jovenel qui a tué mon pays. Donc c'était Serge Supré depuis Paris. Merci.
That's all I got for you.